Yo, welcome back, everybody. Gotta make sure, there we go, there's the game capture. Perfect. So we are back from intermission. I really appreciate Imothic and Demonic for for playing some Apex with me today. Next up is my friend Now Noir. Playing on his wife's playing on his wife's account. Your first time
you tell
playing...
me I miss Apex?
Yeah, you missed me playing Apex.
I missed Apex? Okay, we're gonna play some Apex in here. Yeah. I've never played this game, but it's like a first-person shooter, right?
I mean, it's a first-person shooter in so much as that your enemy is dirt.
Yeah, dirt. Look at how dirty this house is.
Do you wanna before we get going, do you wanna pimp yourself out? Do you wanna what do you do? Where can people find you?
Where people find pimp my what?
Yeah, what do you do?
Twitter.
That's
all I do. I make music, and I work from home. I have a kid. I love my kid. I love my wife. We making things meet. They're sick right now. They're really sick. They're really sick together in bed. Sick. But that's me. I'm a dad. Let's go.
Let's go. A dad. Hold on. I'm gonna grab your Twitter handle here, so that I can pimp you in my stream. Y'all should go check out Now Noir on Twitter. They do, I'll pimp them for them. They do music commissions, music video commissions. Very talented musicians, someone I have known for a very, very long time. And I can trust that if you have an idea for any kind of music that you need, that Now Noir will be able to provide. The man is a musical genius and always has been.
What a good shout out. It's a good shout. Thank you, Sapphire.
You're welcome.
Quickly, look, there's a volcano over there. We gotta clean it. We're on the clock. Look. Why is there a volcano in this place?
We'll be good. The
boss is gonna be mad.
And also, quick thank you, shout out for Demonic for the raid. I really appreciate that. That's really helpful. Anybody who is here from Demonic's stream, welcome. I'm Sapphire Sunset, trans girl, fox girl streamer, doing a PNG for Foxtober instead of my usual webcam, and we are celebrating 2 years on Twitch. Thank you for Madam Mumsy for following. We do have a community Discord. You're not obligated to join, but link is in the chat. Make sure you read the rules page and click the thumbs up to join at the bottom. We are a super queer and ally community, very chill, very just good vibes feeling. But yeah, so we're celebrating 2 years on Twitch. I can't believe that I have gotten to be where I am on Twitch. I'm still a small-time streamer, but I've made some really, really good friends and I've had some hella good experiences. And we're gonna play some Power Wash Simulator because this is like the most chill vibe game that I own, and I think it's a good way to come down from Apex.
I'm probably the wrong person for a chill game. Just gonna say that.
Nah, you see, Ben, Noir, the chill game, it means that your personality can shine.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Congratulations on the 2 year, by the way. 2% clean. 2% clean.
And if I remember correctly, if you use your middle mouse wheel, you can change the spray nozzle.
What?
To, your mouse wheel, if you you can change it to different.
That's powerful. I like that.
Oh yeah.
I think I like the green one the most.
Yeah, the green one is nice. Nice, soft, clean.
And if you push R, it like rotates. That's nasty. Look at that.
If you hit tab, it'll highlight all the dirt you need to clean.
Oh, we have superpowers.
Yeah, basically.
We have superpowers to detect dirt.
I'm gonna throw on some chill vibe music while we're doing this.
Ah, you do that.
Let's throw on Mini Celeste's Retrowave list.
Oh, this is way better than working at EnviroClean. Wow. This is so...
EnviroClean? What, is that a job you had at one point?
Yeah, we were power washing actual stuff in real life, so this is a simulation. It's much cleaner. It's Infinite water? Where does this water even coming from? I don't even understand.
Yeah, no, just infinite water. That's what we need. Like, clearly, water is not a scarcity in this environment.
Yeah, yeah. Am I like peeing it out? Am I just cleaning it with pee? What is happening?
I mean, there is ammonia in urine. Ammonia can be used as a cleaner, but probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Man, I'm so healthy. My pee is clear. Clear white.
That is more information than I needed. That is far more info than I needed.
I'm assuming that's where it's coming from. I mean, like, it has to come from somewhere. Just infinite water supply. And then we can see the dirt by holding tab. I would have missed that thing.
This window is way too dirty in, like, weird places.
I wonder why they cost so much for this job. They can see dirt. They have infinite water supply.
Yep, and when you clean something good enough, it'll basically like just auto-complete the rest of it.
Oh. They should really be doing something else with this power. I mean, like, sure, the dirt is great, but the infinite water supply, I feel like they could be doing some, like, world-changing stuff, honestly.
Yeah, you know, this is probably Elon Musk's power washing company, because infinite water and being a piece of shit.
Well, we should like leave the company then and do something else. Whoa, I'm jumping. It's like gravity.
Yeah, you can jump. There's like moonwalking gravity. Speaking on a side note, speaking of Elon Musk, apparently he's getting investigated by the federal government over his Twitter bullshit.
Oh man, I don't even know what's happening there.
I'm gonna buy Twitter, but then like I'm not.
So who actually owns Twitter then?
Twitter owns Twitter right now.
Only Twitter owns Twitter. Okay. Oh, the bricks are clean. We got was that only $1? Hold on. I only got $1 for cleaning all this brick on the floor. That's a ripoff. What is this? The ladder? Wait.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, cool. Let me try that. Hold on. Oh, I can pick up stuff.
Hey, lovely lurking, cause sick and small one, big happy anniversary. Thank you so much, Cheshi. I really appreciate it.
There's a gnome here. Did you see the gnome?
No, gnome?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the gnome. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it with us.
Can you pick it?
Teddy.
Can you pick up the gnome?
His name is Teddy. Say hi to Teddy.
What the fuck?
It's the Teddy the gnome.
That's
little home guy.
That is. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of find garden gnomes a little creepy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just take it. Off you go.
No, like.
On the other side. Get out of here. We're not. I can't jump while I'm holding the gnome. This gnome has properties I do not understand.
This gnome has properties I do not understand. That's good.
All right, it's out of the way. It's out of sight, out of mind. Yep. Kind of. You still see his feet sticking out, but it's all right. Wait, I got an idea. As you doing the big cleaning job, I'm gonna take care of our gnome problem. Put that in there.
I'm actually gonna do some volumatic adjustments here.
Please do. I'm a pretty loud person, as you know.
Oh no, not with you. With between the game music and my balance of audio.
Take that, gnome.
As much as I like the relaxing sound of a water sprayer, it can be a little obnoxious.
Oh, I see.
There we go. That's a little bit better.
It's just water. Is there like soap on it or anything?
We can get soap.
Whoa.
I think at some point.
Like, what happened to this house? Like, none of the house looked this dirty.
Honestly,
what is this guy
I'm
doing?
pretty sure 2008 happened to this house.
My gosh, you ain't lying. There's mold on the top of his house. It's green. I don't think water gets that out. I don't know.
Okay, that's cool. If you hit C, you can you can control you can control the up and down of the sprayer without controlling your view.
Oh. It's like Time Crisis. I love that game. You know Time Crisis?
Yeah, yeah, dude. Time Crisis is
Yeah.
the shit. It's a shame that
I
arcades don't really exist anymore.
know. That's my next goal. After like we get big with the whole money stuff with the family and stuff, and I save up money, I'm just gonna open up a cafe, arcade cafe in Zim. It probably won't do too well. In fact, it might do too well that people will break into it and like steal all the stuff. Because
I thought you guys lived a little farther out than Zimmerman.
oh no, we live in Zimmerman. We live just fine, Zimmerman.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
My,
I mean, like,
my friend's parents own the bar and grill there.
what?
Yeah, do you remember Jesse
should actually
Willardson? Do
go
you
there.
remember Jesse Willardson?
I remember a few Jessies, but that last name is
He was a bit older than Carly's like stepbrother.
Carly. Oh, Carly. I think I remember Carly.
Yeah,
Hold on.
well Jesse's parents own the Zimmerman Bar and Grill.
Oh, good. It's just doing wonders. I see a lot of people there,
Yeah.
so that's good.
No, it is. Oh, trust me, it is doing good.
Yeah.
Missy,
What a time.
Missy and Sean know how to run a business. That's for sure.
Yeah. I should ask them how to do that. It's probably a needed thing. Like I want like, oh, if your music had like alcohol in it, it would probably do well.
Nah, Ben, it's all hard work and like just the thing is like you gotta hustle and you have the hustle, my friend. You always have.
Oh, I do? I have the hustle?
You always had the hustle, man.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. Need that. Need to know that I had the hustle.
You
So I
still
can
do
play
you
pool.
still do music recreationally?
I wish. It's been a long time since I've done any like my own music, but it's okay. It's okay because I enjoy writing based on people's lore and stuff and all that stuff that they give me. It's really fun. And
if I remember correctly, you always enjoyed songwriting.
oh yeah, I skipped class.
like musical composition and stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know where it comes from. I didn't even go to school for it. How does this even work? It's just weird. I guess I was just born with it or something. It's weird how that is. My
Yeah.
dad didn't do. That makes no sense to me.
You still got that off-white guitar?
Oh yeah, the Chevelle Jackson. Yep, off white.
Fucking love the sound of that goddamn guitar.
Yeah, I know. It's great toning. Yeah, I gotta get that thing fixed too. It's like the intonation's off, but that's a different story. That's a good old different story. I miss playing live shows too, so this is kind of live.
Man, if you ever do like a live like solo show for anything, like you need to tell me because I will be there in a heartbeat.
Oh yes, I have. Probably when my kids are older. Heck, maybe they even start a band, and I'm like, yeah, I know how to do this. Let's do it.
Didn't you don't you have a new kid now as well?
Oh yep. We have a new kid on the way. My wife is pregnant with him. Yes.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. I don't even know how we're gonna make ends meet, but we're gonna do it. Seems like we're doing it so far. It's a miracle. Tell you what.
It'll be good. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Seems so. Thank you.
Yeah, this guy's gutters are just horrendous. That's like a crime to have gutters this bad.
Well, I mean, he must be doing something criminal to afford us, so it makes sense. It still tracks. Pretty much. Okay.
I take it our services are overpriced.
Well, we're getting paid a little bit less. I mean, it took $1 to clean the bottom bricks, but actually, I don't even know. I have to see the end bill. Holy crap! Do not go to the back of the house. It's just as bad. Just as bad.
All right.
We'll just call it good. Like we clean the side and the front, just don't clean the back. Do we have to go inside and clean?
No, just the outside.
Oh, I do not. I don't want to see the insides. Never mind. Seeing this outside? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I would not like that either. Like cleaning the inside would be too much.
Yep. Might be some bodies in there. We don't deal with that. That's Visceral Cleanup's department's deal.
I never played the Visceral Cleanup series, but I've heard it's fun.
It's kind of like this, but
with bodies.
gory. Yeah. It's like, you know, after playing Halo and you kill the grunts. Yeah, it's not
Oh,
Master
yeah.
Chief's job to clean that up. It's Visceral's cleanup job. Ooh,
That's
ooh,
good.
have you seen the new trailer for John Wick Santa Claus, basically?
Wait, no, what?
It's such an appeal. It's a play on Santa Claus lore, the actual Santa Claus and story, and he basically just goes John Wick on people.
That sounds awesome.
You
Speaking
have
of-
to see the trailer.
I'll check the trailer out later. Speaking of good movies,
Yeah.
by the way, if you haven't had a chance to see it, the movie Bullet Train with Brad Pitt.
Bullet Train. Where can I
is-
watch that?
I think you can. I mean, obviously, you probably buy it in the store. You can buy it like on Apple Movies and YouTube and
Oh,
like
yeah,
other
yep,
places
yep.
like that. But it is like John Wick meets Kill Bill. Like John Wick, like John
Brad
Wick,
Pitt?
like yeah, like John Wick action, but with like the not so much the gore level of Kill Bill, but
Uh-huh.
like the absurdity level of Kill Bill.
Okay.
It's
Bullet Train,
real
huh?
good. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Is it like a foreign movie with Brad Pitt, or is it
No,
like
it's,
an American?
it's an American-made movie, but like it's Brad Pitt in like Japan, who's clearly like a former
Oh,
he's like some kind of like secret operative of some sort who just like was away for like some other shit and is like, I just want a nice easy job, and it's not like a nice easy job, and it's fucking hilarious. It's so good.
All right, I have to give that a put on my watch list. Bullet Train. All right.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the best movie I have seen in a long time.
Gosh. Dirt here. Are you cleaning the backside? I don't think he paid us. It's not in the bill.
I'm on the front. I'm working on the front right
All
now.
right. All right, yeah. Finish that up. We'll go back in our little blue van and call it good. Yep. Just not gonna touch that.
You
Ain't no way.
You got it in you. You'll be good.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know, man. That stuff was like demonic back there. Did not like that. Mm-mm.
I mean, it's not like it's any better up here.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. How do we get on top of the roof? Only
Uh,
24% clean.
With you can. I think the ladder you can put on the front of the house and get up on the roof.
Yeah, you're probably right. Let me do that. Let me do that. Not the E button. What button is it? F. Got it. Okay. See, this is. Oh, you're right. It's right there. Yeah. See, this is why I don't play Apex on the computer, because I don't know all these buttons.
Oh, you
Not
play
one
Apex
bit.
on console?
Yeah, I have to play with the controller. I know there's like a lot of those jivey moves when you're looking at the box, but it's like, at that point, just shoot me. It's okay, I'm looking at a box. I'm
No,
already
I mean,
weak
like-
enough to look inside the box.
Like, here's the thing: is I will never shame someone for controller input. Like your chosen method of input in a game is important.
True that.
You know?
True that. But it does come with its benefits and its negatives, dude. Tell you what. Like looking in that box, you're just lined up for that headshot. Easy, every day. I don't even know how people do that. You play ranked on there or no?
No, we were just playing just like unranked. I don't play a lot of
Got it.
Apex, which is kind of why we were doing that today, is because Demonic does, Imothic doesn't, and I don't.
Oh.
And so the three of us together, it was a fun time.
Did you get the victory royale or
We
whatever it's
did
called?
get one victory at the very at the right before Imothic left. The three of us got a victory, and then
Heck yeah.
the last match we did, instead of doing, because then Demonic and I did duos for a bit,
Yep.
and then the last match we did of the day, we did an arena match and we won.
That's good. Oh, it always feels so nice to take that first place.
Well, here's
Tell
the
you what.
funny sad bit for the arena one though, is the other team kind of got screwed because it was 3-on-2.
Oh, that's on AFK? Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
it loaded us in without it loaded them in without a full team.
Dang. Okay, never mind. That's not glorious.
Yeah, no,
glorious
like,
at all.
I'll take the win. A win is a win, but like I can
Yeah.
at least feel like a little bad for them.
Yeah, that does suck a bit.
Driveway is
Holy
almost
crap.
clean.
Let me come. Is there fall damage? Hold on.
There is no fall damage.
What the heck? I'm gonna finish this up with you. Check it out. Yeah.
Nice. Oh man, you know what game I wish had co-op and also that I wish that I owned was is Teardown.
Teardown. Never heard of that one.
It's a voxel art, so it's like
Ooh.
everything is made of cubes.
Is it like pixel art but 3D?
Yeah, it's basically like 3D pixel art almost.
I love that. I love that so much.
But basically you just like the premise of the game is like you're a dude who like does, you know, like demolition work and stuff, but you ultimately just end up starting to like just commit crimes.
What?
Like
so GTA voxels or what?
Well, like for instance, one of the people that you like do a job for, they need you to burn down like a house for insurance money.
Oh my gosh!
So you have to destroy the house, but without, like, in a way, without getting like the police or the fire department called on you.
What the heck? It's teaching you how to commit arson without committing arson.
Well, one of my favorite early levels that I've seen and done on my ex-partner's file is you have to basically destroy this condo on this lake, and like you can't burn it down because the smoke will potentially call the fire department. But I took a boat and just rammed out the supports underneath it, and I just sank the house.
That kind of impact.
Because you have to get it like under a certain like height level to count as destroyed.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see here. Have returned and have ghost pepper chips. Oh, that sounds really good, Demonic. Also, Liam Punch Bunny, thank you so much for the 10 months of subscription. Yay, yes, it's Twitchiversary and it's so good.
Yeah, 2 years going strong. 2 years going strong. Just as strong as this infinite water supply we have. It just baffles me. Yeah, garage door clean. $2.
Oh, thank you.
You.
Thank you for that, Liam. I am trying to keep that balance tight. Yeah, this playlist actually is this playlist is actually the same one that Mini Celeste uses when she streams, Liam. All right, if you want to start working on the roof, I'll start working on the side of the house.
Wait ahead of you. Yeah, just not touch the backside. It's out of our pay scope.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
No, just do yourself a favor. Don't look.
Oh, this.
Oh look.
It's not that bad. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You say that. You go ahead. That volcano's gonna erupt any second. I'm sure of it. And I don't want to be here when it does. Why? Why choose to live next to?
You see, this is just, you know, a sacrifice to the gods of realty. You know, we got to make sure the house is nice and clean before the volcano goes off.
Fair. Due diligence to the sacrifice volcano god. Okay.
Actually, would that be the sacrifice to the gods of volcano insurance?
Volcano insurance. They're in tandem with one another. Yep. They're a dichotomy of some kind. Oh my gosh! There's another side to this room. It's just dirty.
I'll check that at some point, Liam, but it's gonna be a while.
Oh my gosh, we're about to hit 50%. 50% coming to you.
Oh, hold on. Let's see here. I did this the last time I played this game. I'm gonna do it now too.
What'd you do? I hear noises. Hold on. Yeah, you like that shower? Huh? Eat it. Yeah.
There we go. Heart boobies. Best thing.
Heart boobies?
I wrote on the wall.
Whoops! Oh, I'm turning my gun off. You could... Yeah, I didn't think about that. You can just draw with the water.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, look, let me go get Teddy. Wait, no, he's literally gone. I literally can't grab him. I threw him so far. Teddy the gnome. I think he would have been happy.
Yeah, probably. But he's a gnome. He doesn't deserve to be happy.
Oh, right. You don't like gnomes. Yeah, screw Teddy.
Like, seriously, in real life, though, I actually kind of don't like garden gnomes. I don't find them like entirely creepy. I do just think that they're just a little weird.
And I think I know why. It's because of Invader Zim. That's the whole reason why. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why.
No, but like that definitely doesn't help. No, I just think they're tacky and weird. Like, it's not as bad as my thing with like porcelain dolls. I do not like porcelain dolls.
So you don't like mannequins then, huh?
Mannequins are fine because mannequins don't look like soulless monsters.
Are you kidding me? They look pretty soulless to me, man.
A porcelain doll will steal your soul with its eyes. A mannequin is just obnoxious.
Yeah,
Make sure you don't put up garden gnomes in Florida or why don't you garden gnome or flamingo in Florida?
Is it because of the alligators?
Also, how did this house not get condemned? I mean, it's possible, Liam, that the inside is really clean and well maintained, and the outside is just covered in shit.
Honestly, it would have been condemned, but they did the right choice and hired us power washers to clean it for $1 a brick, I guess. Who want to steal? So we're doing it a favor. We're saving it. That's why it hasn't got condemned yet. Albeit that volcano's gonna go off any minute now. I'm pretty sure. There's zombies in this mode.
God, I wish if there was like if you had to like clean the house while getting chased by zombies, it'd be a good mod.
Oh my, yeah, that would be nuts. I would not like that. I guess zombies are my garden gnome. They are my teddies.
Hold on. In Florida, a large part of the older swinger crowd uses flamingos and gnomes to mark their yards. I mean, I'm Polly. I'm not quite a swinger, but I'm Polly. I could stick a flamingo or something in my yard in Florida. Also, how do you know this, Cheshi?
What's a swinger?
Oh my God, Ben! Oh, okay. So, life lesson for you, my very sheltered friend.
Yeah. Is it like a food or is it like swing dancing?
It's
what
a
is
sex thing.
It's a sex thing. Whoa!
A swinger, Ben. A swinger is usually a married couple. Not always, doesn't always have to be married, but usually a couple.
Hey, I'm a married couple. Does that mean I'm a swinger?
That engage in spousal sex trading, basically. Like you go to a party.
Sex trading?
Like you go to a party and you hook up with other people.
Hook up with other people?
Yeah.
What? Wait, I'm not a swinger.
No, you're
I
not.
don't swing that way. Just, I'm a loyalty. I'm a first picker Pokemon Fennekin all the way, all the way. Starter Pokemon for life. What I do. That's what I say. That's me though. You can swing. You can pick the Mewtwo. No, I'm Fennekin. I'm Fennekin all the way.
Nah, it's all right, man. If it's not your lifestyle, it's not your lifestyle. Definitely, an interesting subculture, that's for sure. Not sure what the younger crowd uses, but them old people.
That's what. So you're telling me that was their symbol, was a flamingo?
Like the idea would be like the idea would be like you put a flamingo in your yard or a gnome in your yard, and that signals that you're a swinger, which means you're open to either sleeping with someone who isn't your partner or your partner, or it's basically partner swapping temporarily.
The poor couples, they're like, oh, that's sweet. I want a garden gnome. And then they get visited by like Bob Dole or something. I don't know. And they're like, hey, I see you got a flamingo out there.
Bob Dole?
And it's like, I don't know what Bob Dole is. It just comes to mind. He's the guy like owns like.
Bob Dole was a politician.
Oh, well then it probably makes sense then if I'm being honest. But you know what I mean? It's just like they get. Oh, it's like, wait, they don't even know what they're coming on across. It's like we're giving the wrong message. It's like it's like a lose-lose.
Demonic. A red front door is a good marker. Yeah, that too. Or like a red light out in front is also Let's see. Small one is demanding music, so I gotta go. Sorry to drop that knowledge. No, that's fucking hilarious. That's fantastic. Love you too, Cheshi. If you're around later, feel free to drop by again.
Bye, Jesse. We at 61%. How is this top roof not clean? What am I missing? All right, superpowers. Hold on.
Yep, super power.
Superpower wash.
Oh, that's because you get the. I think it might. I think it has to be the whole roof and not just one side.
Oh, you're probably right. You're probably 100% right. I guess I gotta. I'm touching the backside. I don't want to do that. No. Oh, what a mess. All this soot came from the volcano. Pretty sure. All this dirt and grime.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you out with your roof problems a little bit.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Preach. It's kind of like a haircut. This habit's gonna happen again. You just have to hire us again. It's gonna get dirty. Nope. Gotta make good habits.
Turns out we just make it dirty and then they hire us.
Oh, that sounds very backsided. Yep. That makes sense. That's how we make the money to make up for the dollar bricks that they sell us for, huh? That's what it seems like to
Something
be.
like that.
Oh, is that bird poop? I think that's
Probably.
bird poop. Oh, nasty.
There's definitely a home that is not well taken care of.
You know? It's definitely not OSHA regulated.
OSHA doesn't regulate your house?
We're here. We're part of OSHA. At least I assume so.
No, we are probably not like OSHA compliant.
Yeah, I jumped off this building so much. Yeah, it probably hurts. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can jump to the other side. 1 second. All right, get a running start. Yeet! There's an invisible wall. There's an invisible wall. Did not work.
Nice try, though.
Yeah, always. Back to roofing. Infinite water supply gun. Man, if I had one of these babies, I'd never go thirsty. Post clean, 75 cents. Good job.
Nice.
Can I change my gun? Oh, just a nozzle. Cleaning liquid. Oh, sweet. I could change my gloves. Semi-automatic mode.
Ah,
Let's see your shooter finger.
man, Power Washer would definitely like just take off a finger if you didn't, if you tried.
Let me see your shooter finger. Hold on. Here. Okay. Your turn. You're slow. Come on. Is this what Destiny has made you? Where's the speed?
Oh man, I remember when you told me you'd gotten like temporarily banned on COD for like hacking because you could just pull the controller trigger so fast.
Yeah, that was dumb, man. But getting that nuke with a pistol was so satisfying.
I wish I could justify giving Activision Blizzard money.
Well, what happened?
The long and the short of it is you couldn't pick a worse company to support.
What are they doing?
Like sexual harassment and sexual assault of their employees, union busting, suicide, having employees commit suicide because of the harassment that their managers put them through, and like the company
like
not doing
neglecting?
anything about it.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, absolutely. A huge news story broke about it last year.
Oh my gosh. Why
Yeah,
do I
like-
support that?
I mean,
I don't even support it. It's not that I'm supporting it. I'm just saying that Call of Duty was such a good time, but then you tell me this information, I'm like, no.
oh yeah, that's the other one. One of the other bits Demonic brought up is that they had pay so low they couldn't even necessarily afford to eat in the cafeteria at the company.
Are you kidding me?
No. They had employees like having to sleep in their cars sometimes.
Yo, that sounds stupid.
Yeah. Not to mention there was that whole thing where they had a record profit year and then still laid off like 900 people.
Yeah, that sounds like not a good way to celebrate. At least definitely not for those 90 people.
No, it was 900.
Sorry, 900. Dang, freaking wow.
Like I will never tell someone, you know, how to do and what to do, but like I personally I don't buy Activision games or Blizzard games anymore. Like I don't. The closest I will get is whenever like a Call of Duty has like a free open beta test on Steam, I'll play that for like a day. But like I won't actually like buy the games. I won't even if I had Game Pass, I wouldn't even play them.
Well, here's a little subtle difference. So you have the publicators or the publishers, like Blizzard. Then you have like the developers, like Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward. Respawn Entertainment, who I love Respawn Entertainment, but they're under EA if I recall, right?
Yeah,
So
they're under EA now.
how do you support like the awesome game dev Respawn Entertainment?
It's
And-
a choice, you know, like it's what you're willing to deal with, because I have friends in the game industry that have given me two different answers.
Yeah,
You know, which is, you know, on one hand, like, yeah, you know, you don't want to punish the devs for the mistakes of the publishing company.
Yeah,
But
don't
at the
do
same
that.
time, the only way the publishing companies are going to understand is if it hits the wallet, because
that's what they're going for. That's business. That
and
makes
so
sense.
like it's shitty, but that's unfortunately how it is, you know.
How
So
come-
I just make content without purchasing Activision games or Blizzard games.
I see. And that's why we support indie game dev, like Power Wash Simulator.
Indie game devs are fucking awesome. A couple of my friends are
They
indie
are.
game devs, and they are really cool.
Ooh, that's neat. You want to tell me about? I love the stories of indie game devs. You know what they use, what engine, what game they make in.
The most recent one I can think of, I believe it's Treehouse Games, I think is their studio name. They're making some kind of like furry RTS game. It's real cool.
Furry RTS, dude. I gotta tell Sarah
And it's
about
like
that.
super queer positive, so
There you go. So it's hitting all the sixes, all the good stuffies. Safe spot, safe environment, RTS, indie game, furries.
apparently I just like left a whole bunch of shit on this wall that I like just stopped cleaning.
Probably because I interrupted you with my trigger finger.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was totally spaced. But yeah, no, like in this household, fuck Activision Blizzard. Like just fuck them personally. I will never support them again.
Oh man.
Like not unless they make some major changes. Starting with CEO Bobby Kotick being fired.
Yeah, see, him being fired would not change the game developers that I love so much, I don't think.
No,
Just
but
change
like,
the marketing for
well,
it.
it would also change. Like the thing is like you need leadership at a studio that's gonna care
Mm-hmm.
and like do things about it. Bobby Kotick knew all this shit was going on, but all he did was protect these people because they were his friends. It's the same reason why like I won't buy Ubisoft games ever again.
Oh, what happened to them? The same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. So
Split yourself!
So you know how like Catholic priests, you know, and the whole like child abuse thing, and like the Vatican just shuffles them around and none of them ever face any consequences?
Not too familiar with it, but
Well,
I've seen it.
the quickest example is like, you know how like you know, a Catholic priest will get in trouble for, you know, touching people, young people, and instead of like
I
going
think
to
anyone
jail
would get
or
in
like
trouble.
losing their job,
Yeah.
they'll just get moved to
Oh.
like a different church.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, that's what the Catholic Church does. But
Huh.
that's basically what the senior leadership, including the senior president of Ubisoft, Yves Jouameau, I think is his name. That's what he did for all the sexual abusers in his company, is just move them around. They like never lost their jobs or faced any consequences.
They gotta face consequences. So where's the justice in it? If they just have we gotten so lost that
That's
money?
the question, my friend. Where is the justice in it?
The heck? Well, I can't really do much about that. I'm just a power wash guy. I'm just working for the
Yeah.
man. I don't know if my CEO person is like that. I'll quit.
I imagine the CEO of our power washing company is rather fine.
Yeah, he's doing a good deed. He's using the power to let us see dirt, and we got the gutters clean. We keep that in the gutter, and the chimney's clean.
Nice job.
It was clean. Good, good. And we have infinite water supply, so yeah, that makes sense. I like to believe our CEO is a good guy, not like some, I don't know, what do you call him? Jeff Bezos? What do you call that Ubisoft guy?
Ubisoft's
Something.
guy's name is Yves Jouameau, I think. He's a
Yves
French. He's like a
Jouameau.
French motherfucker.
I see.
But yeah, no, like, I think that's enough about the on my end at least about the horrors of the game industry, because
Yeah.
that's just depressing.
Let's just keep it indie. What's the other one? What's the other indie game? So we got this furry RTS. You know what's the other?
Let's see here.
Also, do they need music?
My friend Charlene is one of the developers for Princess Farmer, which is a fucking gay and adorable match 3 game.
Oh, I saw that on Switch, I think.
Yeah,
I think I saw that on
my
Switch.
friend Charlene and her partner are the developers for that game. I believe she's the
Dude,
one who
that's
did the
sick.
art.
Yeah, which one? Because I remember the cover art looked really pretty, and it
No,
was
like
pixel
all
art.
of it. Like she
All
did the
of it?
artwork for the game.
That's pro,
Yeah.
dude.
I had her on my stream when I played that game. It was really fun. We talked about
That
it
is
for
so
like
cool.
a couple hours.
Man, I missed that. I missed the streams.
I think I have a VOD of it somewhere I can send you.
Yes, please. I would love to watch that. I like to pick the brains out of these developers. That's super cool. You're friends with them. How do you meet these people?
Networking on Twitter. Some of them
That
are
makes
in
sense.
Discords that I'm involved in. I'm
That
gonna be
is super cool.
streaming with once you and I are done. I'm gonna be streaming with Casey Explosion.
Casey Explosion.
The
That sounds like a blast.
She's a furry sloth trans girl VTuber.
Sloth?
Sloth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard sloth. I haven't seen a sloth.
Mom.
VTuber.
Sloth Mom is awesome.
Oh.
But
I'll
yeah,
have to
no,
be sure to
like-
stick around and see that for a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think the porch is gonna be done here shortly.
This roof is not getting cleaned. There we go.
Oh, did you get it?
Almost.
There's probably like some tiny little speck of dirt somewhere that we'll have to hunt down.
Oh yeah, I'm working at 91%. 10 more
Nice.
percent to go. Maybe it's like the bottom. Maybe they count the bottom of it too.
Probably.
Now I know I said we're not gonna touch the backside, but here we are touching the backside.
Well, sometimes you gotta touch the backside. You know, that's where all the money is.
All of them. Yep. Is that an innuendo? That felt like an innuendo.
Yes, it was an innuendo.
No, we ain't touching the backside. I don't care. 20 is not a 20 to me. Bye. Gotta get the backside.
I mean, if you're only, to be fair, if they're only offering you a 20, yeah, you can turn that down.
No, supposedly we should be getting like 3,000-4,000 for this gig. We'll see.
Yeah, potentially. I think we're as long as we do a good job, make sure the house is clean before it's destroyed.
My volcanic mother. Yo, we can push a soccer ball. What breaks the physics for me for this game just a little bit, if you jump and hold shift, you'd like just become Superman for a bit. Like you just excel in the air.
That's really funny. I do like how floaty it is though. It's good.
Oh yeah. It's nice. I have to know though, because you're talking about those game dev people, where do they get their music?
I'm
Who's their
unsure.
I have to look at the credits then. Like what source? Because I always wanted to work in video game music. One of my dreams.
I mean, your best bet would probably be trying to apply for like a studio.
But then I might get involved with those CEOs that we were talking about. I don't want that.
Depends on the in the studio.
You right. You right. I'll look into it. Just gonna stay away from Craigslist though. I gotta touch that.
Yeah.
Man. Nope.
My friend Tuan just finished doing an animation job for Ragnarok for the new God of War.
You connected with all these people. What? Dude, and Ragnarok seems like a freaking fun game.
I can't wait. It comes out on my birthday.
Oh, perfect. You know, you better be, I don't know, you probably want to take that time off from streaming, but you know, I don't have
no, I'm definitely gonna stream God of War.
Yeah. I should actually beat the first one before I get indulged with the
I mean, yeah, you probably should.
one.
But
Yeah.
the first one is really good.
Heck yeah. All right, we're gonna run this house again and try to beat our best time. Is that what we're gonna do?
No, we're gonna do different job after this.
How we know if we're improving? How do we know if we've become the best power wash we can be if we just don't do it again?
Well, you see, here's the question. You know, how do you measure success? Is it by how quickly you do it or how thoroughly?
We know that thoroughly is a constant. It will always be 100% because the game ends when it does that. So it must be speed is the thing that improves it. Boom! We're almost done. Wait, where's that 1%? That skeezy 1%. Where are you? Hey, the soccer ball. Okay. Oh, it's right there. I see it.
Come on, this window. There's the window.
Yeah. Bricks are clean again. I'm gonna check the other side. Hold on. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Did I hit it? It was shift tab? Yeah. So that sucks. You can't hold shift and tab at the same time. I really love the sound design in this. They really went pretty well with that whole water thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely sounds like it.
I imagine that if your whole deal is water related, you probably want to be pretty good with that.
Oh yeah. Not too annoying at all. It sounds like legit when you push it against the windows and stuff. It changes surface. Good on them. Good on them.
I'm like, this gutter is almost done. Where am I missing?
Okay. I'm gonna check the. I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back on the roof and check the gutters. That gutter's clean. Where's that specky little dirt? Chimney's clean. Oh.
Let me get on the. Oh, I found some gutter.
Oh. Nice, nice. Oh, it even gives you like a little hut on the top left. Oh, oh. Where are you? Found you. Brick. No, not bricks. Gutter. Post. Yeah, the gutter. It's all gutter.
Oh, there's posts. Yeah, there's some posts here too.
Oh, yeah, let me climb up there. Hold on.
I got the post.
We're just nearly there. This is the climax of the game. I get it. I get it. That's nice.
You can also
Yeah,
you can also lay prone.
Oh yeah, prone shot.
Window frames times 2.
Let's check the Windows frame. Oh, censoring it. You were here somewhere. I saw you. Oh, oh, oh! It's here somewhere. This wall, this porch.
Give me.
Oh, yeah. Found you. Not seeing it though.
So the roof is
Window
done.
frame. Where in the window frame? I wish I could like point to it. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
there we go. So we have
For
one
the other
more window frame.
I'm observing. Bricks are done. Driveway's done. You know what made this game more? What would make this game more difficult? Is if you track dirt.
Oh, that would suck so bad. Oh wait,
And
right
that's
here, right
visceral
here.
cleanup.
Right here.
Yep,
This
yep,
one.
yep, yep. Yeah, hit it. And that's visceral cleanup. Visceral cleanup is literally that. Oh, track blood everywhere. Pick it up, walk on it.
There we go.
Let me move this.
So close. There's somewhere.
Oh, it went back.
There we go.
100%. We did it. We did it. $3,925.
Oh yeah, and it does a nice little time lapse when you hit escape.
Oh, I had to escape. It's not doing it for me.
Oh yeah, it might just be because I am earned $550.
Nice.
All right, so we've got two choices. We've got clean the playground or clean the dirt bike.
I want to clean the dirt bike. I want to see this dirt bike in action. Escape. Job clear. Open the tablet to continue. Ooh. Okay, okay, okay. Show dirt, walk, sprint.
Here we go.
Oh, it's just a little dirt bike. It's a little dirt bike.
Yeah. It's a little dirt bike.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, look at that. It's so getting so fast and clean. What?
Yeah, it's only a $75 job.
Oh, that makes sense. For some reason I thought it was going to be like large. When this is a simulation after all. Yucky. Man, I want a Vespa. I want to be Fooly Cooley in real life.
We all know I'd be Hadako though.
Yeah, yeah, yep. I'll be Canteen. Easy.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oops. So close.
Yeah. The front of the fender.
Engine, exhaust, and fairing. Exhaust. There we
Oh,
go.
it has a to-do.
All right, job complete. Open tablet to continue.
50 cents, 50 cents. Wow, look, they even have their own little invoicing. Neato.
Yeah. Not bad.
It would have been so ironic if this garage was all dirty and just the bike they wanted us to clean. This is such a pristine garage. Look
It
at
is.
Where's the drain? Where'd all the water go? We've been bathing in it.
Yo, hello. How's it going, Casey? How do we go back to... There we go. Clean the playground.
Yes, clean the playground.
Just doing some power wash sim for this block with my friend Now Noir.
Hi.
Who is again a for anybody who is also new in chat, is a musician who does music video commissions and music commissions for, I'm assuming, primarily a lot of like streamers and stuff.
Mostly VTubers, yeah. One day I will get into the game industry. Don't know how, but I'll figure it out. One day.
I have utmost faith in you.
Yes, yes.
Also, because I can, and Casey always deserves it. Shout out at Casey Explosion. For chat, Casey and I will be playing Deep Rock Galactic in like 2-ish hours, I think.
Deep Rock, what is
It's
that game?
about 2-ish hours, Casey. It'll be, I think, 9 p.m. your time, which should be about 2 hours from now. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you're doing all right today, Casey.
Casey.
Love you, Ben. I love you, my friend.
Every time I think, I love you too. I love you too. Every time we say Casey, I'm reminded of Casey Johnson. I don't even remember her.
Casey Johnson. Oh, I remember. Oh yeah, no, fuck her.
Oh wait, what happened? I don't even know. Sorry.
Dude, Casey Johnson used to like fucking kick me in the groin like all the time in 8th grade.
Wait, why? What?
I don't fucking know. She's still in high school too.
Up. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just remember her being an actress or something.
I don't.
That makes sense.
I don't remember what her deal was.
Yeah. So
honestly,
wait,
like,
let me go back.
if you want to talk about people like from like high school, like, do you know who I still talk to from high school?
No, I don't.
You, Jesse Willardson.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about them.
And Rachel O'Brien.
Rachel O'Brien.
And Danielle Medina.
I think I remember that person. I think I saw.
I just had dinner with Danny last night. She's in from California. She was blonde. Oh. She was part of DECA. She used to hang out with Amy all the time.
I think yeah. She kind of had like that mother look to her all the time.
Yeah, glasses and stuff. Very energetic and outgoing.
Maybe that's the one. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't really talk to most of the people that we went to school with.
You associate, yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, you and I, you and James, me and James, we fell out. you know.
Yeah, I remember that. That made me sad. That made me
It
sad.
made me sad too, but you know, it was not at the end. It was, I think, not a healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Sorry.
I do wish him the utmost best in life. He's tried to get back in touch a few times, and it's just like, nah, man, I'm sorry, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I wish him the best though.
I'm glad that's a good spirit there, at least. So nothing
look,
ill.
my life, life is too short to hold grudges against everyone. There are
Like
some
everyone.
there are some grudges that my life is not too short to hold. But
Just a few selected.
James isn't one of them.
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, I don't really talk to most of those people. I mean, like, a lot of them, when nobody showed up to my grad party, after I graduated, I'm kind of like, yeah, no, okay, fuck this. Like, and these are like people who had like RSVP'd like even the day of my grad party that they were gonna be there. Like, just never showed.
Oh no, yeah.
And that was kind of already after a lot of, in hindsight, a lot of mistreatment.
From like all accounts, or
Yeah, from a lot of them.
oh man.
I mean, it is what it is. There's a reason that I originally didn't want to finish out my senior year at Elk River. I wanted to transfer to Anoka, but my mom wouldn't let me.
I didn't remember that was happening. I guess I was kind of in my own place too.
I didn't really tell a lot of people.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Because I spent I spent a lot of time with my friends at Anoka in my senior year, like doing like Pataki and going to their theaters and hanging out.
Oh,
and
I
playing
miss
Magic.
Pataki.
I still hang out with Karn. I suppose, yeah. If we're talking like between Anoka and Elk River, I do still talk to a few people from high school, but like most of them are from Anoka.
Yeah, that makes sense. If there's any like correlation, I used to be from Anoka too, so it's fine.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ben, you and I have always been good friends though, and like,
yeah.
which is funny because I think you were James's friend, then that's how I met you.
It was kind of both of you, because you guys were so close at the time, you know?
Yeah, we spent so much fucking time together.
Yeah, I only like went to his house or your house. The only thing that like kept me close to James on top of it is like he pursued guitar and music, and I was like, yeah, I'll teach you. Yeah, that was really only much of the difference. But other than that, gaming, something we all did.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, look at me, I'm a Twitch streamer. I still game. Still game an excessive amount. I've been streaming Shadow of the Colossus lately, which is a game that I never beat, and I'm enjoying Shadow. It's real good. I can see why people loved it.
It's a like big boss fight game, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Oh man, I get it mixed up with that other. It's not really a boss game, but you got like a big cat or something. I don't know what that game's called.
Big cat? What?
Like a big demonic cat. I don't even know. Like it kind of flies too.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I don't know. Is it like Undertale? No. Last of Us? No. What is it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Us. Man, I thought that was description words would have helped you know. Dang, might be. It was like a big animal, big furry demonic little animal, and you're like trying to help it do stuff. I don't know. It seemed kind of gibbly.
Are you like? Is this an old game?
I thought it was around the era of Shadow Colossus. I thought it was made by the same people, honestly.
I honestly. Oh, you're talking about Last Guardian.
Yeah, that's the one. Last Guardian.
I think that is the same people, and I never played Last Guardian because it looked dumb.
Yeah.
It looked real dumb to me.
But it has like that same approach. Big thingy, you do thing with big thingies.
Yeah.
Made by the same people, though. That makes sense. It's a Stegosaurus! Purple, too. Soon. Is it Barney?
No, I think it's
Barney.
just...
I'll take care of it.
To be fair, isn't Barney like a fucking T-Rex or some shit?
You're probably right, and I'm still confused why I didn't eat all those kids. But you know, probably a vegetarian dinosaur. Big old veggie. Stegosaurus. Oh man, love myself a Stegosaurus. They were my favorite dinosaur growing up.
I don't think I had a favorite dinosaur growing up.
What? I guess you didn't really talk about dinosaurs, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, you're not gonna talk. I wasn't like gonna go like full on like nerd mode about dinosaurs in high school.
Oh man. I don't know too. I'm not saying nerd mode, but I definitely had a favorite dinosaur. Pterodactyl. I don't know. Is it actually silent? Pterodactyl?
It's pterodactyl, and the P is silent.
English is so weird. I don't even know if that's English at that point.
English is fucked, man.
Yeah. We speaking it. So we're just equally as that.
Yeah.
Stairs. Yeah, this game could be relaxing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, the time just goes by.
My goodness. It's like the total opposite of League of Legends, which I play too much.
You just have hit the nail on the head on all the companies that I just don't touch.
What? Why am I like this? I'm sorry.
Okay, like, look.
But Arcane, did you watch it? Is it not even? I don't even know.
No, here's the thing: is Arcane was good. Arcane is the only like League Riot property I will engage with.
Yeah, yeah.
LOCs, yay, waves back. Arcane is good, but League of Legends, like Riot Games Studio, because obviously Arcane was not made by Riot. I don't think. I think it was sponsored by them. It was a different studio, I think, that made Arcane. I'm unsure. But Riot Games Studio is such a like sexist culture and like problems for their female employees. Like, it's bad.
What company is good out there? Just indie?
I mean, this may sound like I'm a Bungie fangirl, but Bungie is an incredibly good company. Like, they have some of their problems here and there too, but like nothing to that scale. And as far as I'm aware, the problematic people are no longer there.
Gosh.
That's always step one, is getting, well, some of it is stuff I can't talk about because I know things.
Oh.
I have friends who do or used to work there, so.
I see. So we won't mention anything like that then. Okay. Nope.
I mean, it's old hat stuff. It's from a long time ago.
Sure.
But
Sure. It's because like bad people exist, given, but it's what you do with the bad people that pronounces the company.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
And that's why one of the big issues with like basically every other company like that we talked about, like Riot and Blizzard and Activision and stuff, is they didn't do things. They didn't do anything about it for like years.
And most of the reasons because they are biased to their friend people.
Well, that and they just don't care.
They should care.
You're right. They should.
Huh. Man. And we should just start an indie game company. Do it right. Do it right.
Nothing wrong with starting an indie studio.
Yeah, I know.
How goes things over here? Good. Doing good. Casey checked in a minute ago just to see where we were at for starting our Deep Rock stuff later.
Explosion, by the way.
Ben and I are doing some Power Wash Sim still. We're on cleaning a playground right now.
You're cleaning a playground. I'm cleaning the Stegosaurus.
I mean, the Stegosaurus is a slide, isn't it?
Do not call my Stegosaurus a slide. It's more than a slide. It's more than a slide. It's a Stegosaurus. It's purple and I love it.
Okay, Ben. I will not besmirch your beloved Stegosaurus.
It also has a stairs, thank you, in the backside.
You mean the Stairs-osaurus? No, that was a stretch. That was a stretch.
You son of a...
I will have you know, I'm not a son of a bitch. I'm a daughter of a whore. Thank you very much.
You okay? All your parents.
Well, to be fair, my dad was amazing, and I do miss him. My mom, I will not even go to her funeral when she dies.
Oh, I only met your mom. I don't think I met your dad.
No, my dad died before you and I knew each other.
Really? I didn't even know. Oh man,
It didn't come up much.
Yeah, I guess so. You really kept to yourself on the drama.
Yeah.
But at least the good stuff. You know,
I kept the bad shit to myself. Or tried to. Although my mom, her and I, we don't speak. In fact, I haven't spoken to her in over 2 years, I think.
Oh goodness.
Yeah,
you started shooting. Yeah.
My brother and I also, neither one of us talked to her mom.
Oh, it's just that.
Oh yeah,
bad. Oh,
she is absolutely like off the deep end.
I remember eating the food though, at least at one time.
She's fucking great at cooking. She's just a terrible person.
Yeah.
The thing with her though is she was always very good at hiding it from people.
Yeah.
Like nobody that really knew us like as like a family at like nobody really knew just how things were.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I will not go to her funeral. Because I mean, aside from the fact that I don't owe her that, but also like I'm not gonna sit there and listen to people talk about how great of a mother she was and how good of a person she was and be quiet about it. And like the thing is about funerals is they're for the living, you know? And as much as I dislike my mother,
closure.
like there are people there who, you know, care about her and want closure and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna sit there and badmouth her at her funeral.
Right.
But I'm also not gonna sit there and listen to people who have no idea what type of person she really was.
That makes sense. So we stay clear of that. Yep. What would she need to change if that?
Like bare minimum, she would need to accept me being a trans woman and her daughter, and not
she doesn't.
just.
She doesn't.
Oh God,
doesn't
no!
accept that?
When I came out to her, like, okay, so like brief history of my coming out with my mother.
Yeah.
When I lived at home with her, before I moved out when I was like 20 or 21, she had invaded like my privacy to a level, like I was paying rent with her, and like she invaded my privacy to a level that is like astronomically wrong. And found out some stuff with like about me like being trans and stuff with like, but not like not correct information. She just made a bunch of assumptions. And then like didn't talk to me about it for a month, and during that entire time she was like talking to her church friends, which are people that I was seeing during that time because they were kind of also my friends. She's like, I had to check myself into therapy because I couldn't deal with it and all this other stuff. And then I found out like whenever she guilt tripped me to let her use my computer, she would like go, that's how she always knew like the conversations I was having on like Facebook and stuff, because she would never log me out of my own stuff on my own computer when she guilted me into using it. And so she'd like dig into all my messages, and I found like search histories of like my name with like a bunch of slurs and like cross-dressing and like, you know, prostitute and stuff like that. Like she's just trying to like find out a bunch of shit about me that like led to a really incorrect assumption, and it led to a really big fight. And like after that point, like I never really got to come out to her on my terms.
Oh, I see.
Like, and then like in 2018 maybe 2018 or 2017, I finally was able to just come out to her on my terms, and she's like, I'm never gonna call you, you know, another name. You're always gonna be my son. You know, I'm never gonna accept this. I'm just not. And like all I had asked her at that point is like, look, you don't have to agree with me, you don't have to believe me, but you just afford me a level of respect, you know?
Pretty much, yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck you.
Oh, yeah, that kind of leads to that at that point.
And then like I didn't talk to her at that point for like a year or two. No, it would have been like 2018. No,
goodness.
no, no, it was early 2019. It was early 2019, and didn't talk to her for like 6 or 7 months. Didn't see her until finally like January of 2020, I think, right before COVID, which she's a COVID denier as well. And
COVID denier.
yep, she doesn't think COVID's real. She thinks it's a government thing, and she's against vaccines, and she thinks it's like a plot by the government, and like
So she's like misinformed, or
no,
she
she's
makes
just
all these assumptions.
she's just a crazy conspiracy theorist.
That seems to match then.
Yeah, and so
That
like,
seems to control
and then
her.
like I saw her like in 2020, and it was weird and not like at a family thing, and it was just not a good feeling, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna still put this on hold. And then COVID happened, you know, and she didn't take any of that seriously, and so I didn't see her, barely spoke to her. And then in 2020, it would have been 2021 then. Not so it's been a little over a year, not a little over 2 years. But in 2021, I finally saw her again. The last time I saw her, and it was bad. Like she
I'm
probably thought it
sorry.
was a fine encounter. It was not for me. And I just realized that like I can't have you in my life. You don't deserve to have me in your life, and I don't deserve to have you inflicted on mine.
Yeah.
And then my brother,
Honest.
kind of for some similar reasons, just around the same time, he's like, yeah, no, I can't have her in my life either, or my kids' lives, because my brother has kids. And so, like, yeah, we were just both done with her. And
Do you
and that's
still-
not even like counting the neglect and abuse as a child. Like, that's not even counting any of that.
I didn't know that. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, by the time I was a teenager, there's really wasn't any kind of neglect or abuse she could inflict.
Right. Do you still hang out with your brother?
Oh yeah, my brother and I are super tight.
That's good. I
My
don't
my
remember
niece and
meeting.
nephew. My brother and I did. So my brother and I had a rocky relationship because of my mom.
Oh.
And some choices we both made that that we both regret making at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's basically it's just it. Like we just don't have any contact with her anymore. And because of that, I don't go to any of like family events that she'll be at, so I haven't seen like my cousins in like 3 years.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is what it is. My aunt and I still hang out, but like, and she always invites me to like family stuff, but I'm like, hey, thank you for the invite. I really appreciate that you still do that, but I'm also still gonna say no unless she's not there.
Oh goodness.
You know?
Well, I'm glad you have at least like a part of a supportive family.
Oh yeah.
It
Well,
kind of
so
sucks
my
it's not your mom,
my grandmother is super supportive. My brother, my sister-in-law, my dad's sisters, my aunts on that side, one a lot more supportive and understanding than the other, but still that other one tries sometimes.
but right.
But yeah, no, it's just my mom specifically, like just nah. It's not worth it. Like
Yeah.
if I felt inclined, I could probably write like a small novel about the shit that she's done to me in my life.
Yeah, you could. It might be not saying you need it, but maybe it'll help with like some sort of closure too.
Honestly, like I've had my closure with her. Like
Yeah.
I feel no need to continue that relationship in any capacity.
Ooh,
This
ooh.
this merry-go-round is very satisfying to clean.
Is it moving when you do it?
No, but it's all brightly colored.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah, I see it. Shining in the sun.
Let's see. Random note. I love how the devs have stuff programmed so parts that get dirty are only parts that you can reach. Yeah, it's a good. They programmed this game really well.
The Stegosaurus is by far the best thing to clean in this game. Just saying.
I'm glad you're
I can
enjoying
clean.
cleaning your Stegosaurus.
Yeah, I could clean the Stegosaurus for hours. I could just get dirty and be like, yep, gotta go clean the old Steggy. Love it.
Clean the old Steggy just sounds wrong.
No, it sounds righteous. I don't know what you mean. Doing the Steggy a big favor. Look at this thing.
May have to
Or put
crouch
a
or go
ball.
prone, but still works very fun. Oh yeah. Also, chat, sorry to go like super heavy on some like deep dive topics about my life, but I suppose the more you know now. I don't talk about a lot of it because a lot of it isn't really relevant anymore.
It's kind of also catching up with me
Yeah.
just with everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah, 'cause I think the
sorry.
last time I saw you was James's wedding.
It was either James's wedding. Which one?
Wait.
Did you know we only had one?
I was
You only
going to
had
say,
one.
did he get did he
No,
get divorced?
no, he didn't know. I got mixed up with like Max's wedding because like they used to date.
Wait,
you know,
Max got married? Max Oski?
to Trisha. You remember Trisha?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that whole scenario. Yeah. So like, I get that. I got it mixed up with the wires crossing my mind, like marriage, old friends.
Yeah, no.
Max.
The last time I saw you was James's wedding, which is still probably one of the weirdest weddings I've been involved in.
Oh, now I remember. Yep. Grayson was there. Had Gray.
You still talk to Grayson?
Occasionally. I don't like when it comes to communicating with people. I normally do not contact them. It's not because I dislike people or anything. It's just like I got things I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, every once in a while he contacts me, and I do talk with him. So, yeah, I think the last time I talked to him was like 2 months ago.
Okay.
Seeing if he.
Still doing that musician thing, or what is he up to?
Yeah, if I recall, he's at a different church doing like the audio production side of it, to some degree. Yep. You know, that's what he's using the music for. It's great.
At least he's not at the crossing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but I've seen like a lot of people. I don't know too much.
The crossing was basically a cult.
Yeah.
The crossing basically, like, at a lot of levels encouraged people to like break away from their families and only like get involved with like the church.
Hey, that's not very Christ-like.
That's culty. That's culty behavior.
Oh my goodness! I didn't know that. What?
She's washing
That's
away all my
that's not
tears.
good.
My troubles are just disappearing.
Family's like very important to me,
Let's
you know.
see.
I you know.
Let's see here. Also the feature to make really hard spaces visible. Eyes have a hard time. Yeah, this is super good ability. You have more bottles of water and granola bars. Yes. I had a granola bar and I'm good for now. I have water. Yo, Gliss, thank you for joining the Foxfire Circle. How are you doing? Ooh, boxy emote. I know where you are from. But hello. Welcome to the Foxfire Circle. I am a Fox Girl furry, a trans woman, streamer, variety. Today is my 2-year anniversary stream for Twitch. Currently, we're in a 3-hour block ending at 3 p.m. Central of Nanuar, Boxing's lovely husband and one of my oldest friends, playing some Power Wash Sim. We also have a community Discord. You're not obligated to join it at all, but if you'd like to, we are a very queer space with a lot of allies and very chill vibes. It's a little bit of a sleepy server, but it's all a good time there. So just make sure you read the rules page and click the emoji at the bottom if you want to join. But welcome. How are you doing? I am personally doing very well cleaning this playmat, I guess, multi-purpose red floor.
The steggy's done, and I'm sad.
Oh,
The steggy's done. Can we make the steggy dirty again? I want to clean it again. Bring that dirt over here.
like some of the stuff in this game is so satisfying to clean.
Oh man, I'm so happy they put a Stegosaurus in this game.
Is Stegosaurus seriously your favorite dino? Like hands down?
Yeah, like, hands down.
That's awesome.
It's a herbivore. The reason for it is because, like, if I recall, now my history or my knowledge of the dinosaur is not that great, but what I remember as a kid, it ate plants, but it had a spiky tail for defense to defend itself from predators and others. And I'm like, dude, what a hero! You know,
That,
you
that
just
sounds about right. Yeah.
freaking love it. But at least what
Just
they
like
know
the,
about it.
I was like, well, I didn't have a favorite dinosaur. I was always partial to raptors and
Ooh.
the things with that like headbutt things.
Oh yeah. They got like the little arms too, and they go wha-pow.
Thagomizer?
I don't know the name.
I don't know
of
what
them.
a Thagomizer is, unless that's like the name of the dinosaur I was thinking of that I can't think of.
I think it's called a ducky. Wait, no. It's Land Before Time, dude. That's what I grew up with.
Oh yeah, dude, Land Before Time was the shit. Give me some tree stars, man.
Say that forever. Oh goodness. Also reminds me of Kingdom Hearts when you say that. I gotta beat that game. I never played any of them. I got stuck.
Pachinoceros, not a dino expert, not your special interests. Thagomizer is the spiked end of the stego.
That's what it's called?
That's metal as shit. That's awesome.
Even if it wasn't called that, that sounds like a perfect name for it. So I must ask, how? Because I don't know how this whole trans thing work, right? I'm not too familiar with it, but the name. What? How'd you come to that name?
Well, so Sapphire Sunset is just my online personality. My first name, which I'm not gonna give my real info out on stream. But my first name that I have. Honestly, I don't remember where I had originally come across that name, but it just stuck with me, and it felt right.
And it's a fox.
No, that's a
totally separate.
That's a furry thing. That's a furry thing. That's different than being trans.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No,
I don't know.
No, yeah, no, it's okay, Ben. It's okay, man.
I'm sorry.
You're from a small town. It's all good.
Yeah. So this is like my exposure to it all. So if you don't mind,
I am a woman. I identify as a woman. My pronouns are she, her. And I am taking hormones so that my body does the right things.
Oh,
like
you can do that?
Yeah. Like you can, Look, so we're gonna do like a topic. We're really gonna get a topic here. So,
yeah.
Like,
if you don't mind, I'm sorry. It's just like
no. I like educating and stuff like that. No, like
yeah.
What makes, like, outside of genitalia, which is a different conversation, like,
okay,
secondary sex characteristics are determined by your hormone levels. So like body hair versus thicker thighs, breasts, things like that. That's all determined by your hormones.
Oh,
and
okay.
So if you suppress your testosterone, or if you can also I didn't, I don't need to currently, but you can have surgery to basically remove specifically like your testicles, and that stops your testosterone like production, or at least
that's where
a vast majority of it, because you'll still have like some of it will get produced, but then you start taking estrogen, and you will start developing female sex characteristics. So like curvier body fat, your body fat will redistribute in more feminine places. So like instead of, like a male beer belly, it starts going to like your thighs and your ass.
Really?
And stuff like that. And like I never felt like a boy. I never really felt that way, but I also didn't really realize until I was later in life like what that meant, and that there was something I could do about it. And I've been out and presenting as my femme self for years, but I didn't start taking hormone therapy until December of 2020. So it'll be 2 years on hormones as of December of this year, which will be nice. And
2 years on hormones and 2 years Twitch stream. I see.
Yeah,
a lot of 2 years.
Happen at the same time. Gives let's see here. Changing the ratio. Raise his hand of estrogen testosterone. Yep. Changing the ratio.
Changing the ratio. So The so
like,
it is
like
the
a good example would be like right now,
Yeah.
like the standard testosterone level for like a cis or no, cis, which just means you identify with the gender you were assigned at birth by the doctor who looked at your genitals and said, "Yep, there's a boy."
okay.
Like just
So I would be.
Yeah, you are
I would
cisgender.
be
You are cisgender. You identify with the gender that was assigned to you at birth.
I see. Like the okay.
And so, like the testosterone levels for like a cis man at like our age is like in the hundreds.
Our age.
Like you and I are about the same age.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, is it like in the hundreds?
In the hundreds. Okay.
And the female range is like for testosterone is like I think maxes out at like 40 something.
Oh.
Now my
So
testosterone levels as of like last week when I had my blood levels checked, because I have to do that every like 3 months.
Okay.
Especially when I change medication, which I did. Is like my testosterone levels are like at 35. Now the inverse of that,
35. Wow.
like estrogen, even male-bodied people do produce a small amount of estrogen. It's just
Makes sense.
just not a whole lot. I don't remember what a cis male's level of estrogen should be, but I know a cis female's level of estrogen should be, I think, maxes out at like 400 as like a safe range, and I am like, I think last I checked it was like somewhere between like 280 and like 330. So like
you
want it
roughly
on a chemical level, I am chemically female. Like I have the right hormone balance levels and everything.
Gotcha. And then so you take suppressants and like additives?
Yep. So I take an anti-androgen, which suppresses my testosterone, and I take estrogen because my body, while it produces a small amount, it does not produce enough on its own. So I take estrogen, and then for me, it's in the form of shots that I take, that's new. I used to take pills. I take shots now. Do it once a week.
And do you feel different then, like with all that? I would assume you do, right?
Like, I feel happy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
here, like
I'm gonna take like a quick pause here on stream for 1 second. I'm gonna send you a Discord message, Ben.
Okay, go for it.
General chat. Let's do this. Like I am happy. Like that's the thing. Is like I am happy now. Like I am a much happier individual. My body feels right. And like that's ultimately like the point, is it just my body feels correct and I'm happy.
Oh yeah, you look beautiful there, don't you?
Let's see here.
Awesome.
Did you see our dino thing we finished mentioning? Yeah, I did. Thank you, C's.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you look much happier.
I have somewhere I have a photo I can show you of when I was 18 that you probably don't remember, and it is a night and day difference emotionally.
Yeah, I would love to see the comparison because I grew up with you differently, right?
No, you grew up with me back when I was still closeted and nobody knew, and I wasn't even really fully aware of how to process the feelings that I was having.
Right. And then this is a
that was yesterday. That was I was out to dinner with Danny, so that was from last night actually. Take a lot more selfies now.
Yeah. Makes sense because you're more confident. Mostly people do that because they
confident and also just happy, I don't have a lot of the photos of me as like actually like genuinely happy. Is it a ball with physics? Maybe. Yes, ball does have physics.
Make it go down the slide. Down the steggy.
Hit the wrong buttons. Hit the wrong buttons.
What is interesting,
I can't pick it up.
is is
Oh wow, you cleaned
in
that real
co-
good.
in the co-op mode is I didn't see your ball, but I see this ball, which I'm shooting. If you look at me, you see me shooting the ball?
No.
Yeah, I'm shooting the ball on mine.
Oh, that's funny.
So I was like, look, I'm putting the ball on the slide. And you're like, sure. Ball.
That's good. That's good.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like that's pretty much a crash course. Is
Gotcha.
trans women are women, trans men are men.
Trans men are men. Trans
Yep.
women are women.
Trans women were, you know, usually not always, because there's intersex people and there's some other, and that's like a. That's
Whoa,
like
what's
a
that word mean?
Intersex is like is a medical condition where, and I'm gonna explain this very poorly because I'm not super knowledgeable on intersex people.
Sure.
But basically, more often than not, it's people with less definable like primary sex characteristics. Like a good easy example that's not like the best I could give, but a good easy example would be like you come out of the womb and the doctor looks and they're like, well, not quite sure.
Huh.
And a lot of times, it'll be a situation where like they will be raised as either a cis man or cis woman, and that may not actually be correct. Like, and sometimes it involves them doing like, obviously consensual by the parent, but not by the child individually. That sometimes they may
Sure.
they may do a type of surgery to more properly define what that genitalia actually is.
Oh.
And then raise that person as that gender. And then like it's complicated, but like not counting like intersex people, pretty much if you're a trans woman, you were assigned male at birth and transitioned to female. And if you were a trans man, you were assigned female at birth and transitioned to a man, and they take testosterone.
And they take testosterone more, and then maybe estrogen.
They take it. So trans men take blockers to produce less estrogen. And
Okay.
take testosterone.
I see. Just kind of like how you do it, but the opposite, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yep. And obviously
Makes sense.
estrogen doesn't like fix certain things just because like it's not possible. Like while testosterone will deepen your voice because it, you know, lengthens your vocal cords and stuff like that.
Oh, it does that? Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you hit puberty and your voice drops
Yeah.
because you get
normally,
the
yeah.
influx of testosterone and it does that. Now, estrogen can't undo that. Like it can't. Like that damage
So
is
then
done already. So for me,
You have to take like vocal training, or
yeah, you can. Some people choose to take voice lessons, some don't. I did it on my own. This is definitely a different speaking voice than I had before.
I could tell it. Yeah.
Like to the point where like for me, I've been talking like this for a long time that like I can still sometimes do a neat party trick where I drop it down, but it's kind of painful sometimes.
Oh, wow. It
because
gets painful then. Wow.
Well, because to do this, I have to manually shorten my vocal cords, like in my throat and my like larynx and stuff, to the point like so consistently that it's not a conscious effort.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, like,
That
when
makes sense.
And it just like when you hold like any muscle in like a specific position for long enough, and you like undo it, it kind of hurts. Like if you like hold your arm in like an awkward position for like a while, and then like you go to move it again, and it just kind of it's a little painful.
It's a little sore. Yeah, I think I
it's
get that. Yeah.
it's like that.
Oh, okay.
But let me see if I can drop it down here. I have some water here in case I need to.
No, I don't want you to hurt your voice. It's okay.
I really think like I can. Nope, I can't even hold it there anymore because I will like throw up. Like my voice is so not used to it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't. But it's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. But like, yeah, I used to honestly, I used to be able to drop it more easily. But like, now I don't do that much anymore. So like, it's I would really have to try because my vocal cords are like, that's not the right position. Something's clearly wrong. You have something in your throat. We're just gonna throw up now. So like,
Oh my God.
can't do that.
Well, now it's like it's like a habit almost, where it's like actually there.
Yeah.
It's like you're singing all the time in a way. In a way?
I mean, kind of, yeah. Well, because you know how when you're singing, you move your vocal cords in addition to like how you breathe and like where your sound comes from. It's the same principle.
That makes sense.
Now, like some people, can pay for like professional voice coaching. I didn't. I was just able to kind of do a lot of vocal exercises on my own. And so it's just kind of how it is. Random question: what are your thoughts on the store of this game? Because
there's a store.
Apparently, I think that's why we're earning money.
That makes sense. Hold on, is there a store? Can I buy stuff?
Wait, no, story. Oh, I actually don't really know the story of this game. I didn't know there was one.
There's lore to this game?
Apparently.
Don't tell me you're working for that evil CEO company thing.
I hope not.
Oh man.
Oh, mistype? No need to apologize. See, mistyping is fine.
The communication came across. We understand. Can someone tell us a story? I want to know a story.
Please, are you able to summarize the story for us while we are playing? I could get an upgraded power wash. Oh, okay.
Don't tell me. It's literally, you're cleaning dirt. That's the story. I'm like, all right. Makes sense. I do like restoring things to its former glory.
I'm not gonna lie, one of my guilty pleasures on YouTube sometimes are like the restoration channels.
Oh
where
yeah.
they're like just restoring old shit. It's very therapeutic. It hits the same, I think it hits the same good brain feelings that this game does.
Yeah, yeah. Man. I don't know if it's serotonin or dopamine, whatever those things are. But Steggy. Clean Steggy does it.
Yeah, Clean Steggy is good. There's a Hansel and Gretel house where they keep swearing they didn't rob a bank. What? That's kind of awesome.
Man. Some kid just pooped all over this playground.
Man,
just all over it.
Kids are like, no offense to people who have kids. I have a niece and nephew. Like, I'm used to it, but like, kids are gross. Like, kids can just be little gross monsters.
I have one. I testify that they are pretty gross, but I'm also pretty gross. It is about teaching them how to be less gross. That's the duty. The duty of the parent is to be less gross.
Less gross than your child.
Yeah. Well, to teach them how to be less gross than how they were. To improve, to grow, you know?
Yeah. This green floor is very big.
I'll come help.
Let's see here. If you want, I can point you towards the lore for this current channel. Yeah, sure.
They literally have lore for this game. I thought you were joking.
No, according to C's, apparently they have lore.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I think Mini Celeste's retro playlist that we're listening to is an excellent choice for this. It does not give you enough money to buy everything. I imagine to buy everything you'd have to do these levels like multiple times. You may be sending away 2 messages. I'm seeing them. It's just it's a little hard to respond to all of them.
I was at the store like 2 days ago with James, and I was looking at power washers. They cost like $50 to $70.
Are you thinking of doing your own like power washing shit on the side?
No, I would. Well, maybe it's a nice service. I just found it funny. It's like you make like $1 cleaning up bricks. So if you clean up 50 bricks, you can buy a new power washer in case it goes.
I mean, that's capitalism for you.
Yeah, that's how you work that business.
Oh yeah, no, fuck capitalism. Like, fuck.
I don't know how
so
it works.
much. That's
Wait,
good
am I
because nobody else
capitalism?
does.
Am I capitalism?
I mean,
I have a business.
Do you make and spend money?
Yes.
Then you are a capitalism.
I make and I spend money. wait. Well, don't you make money and spend
Yeah,
it?
I can still hate the economic system I live under.
Is there a different economic system? What's the other one?
I mean, socialism.
What's that? How does that work?
Socialism is the idea that, like, you know, helping each other. Like, a good example of what I think is we really need as socialism is universal basic income.
Universal basic income.
It's the idea that you receive like basically a monthly stipend from the government for being alive.
For being alive.
Like just being alive. So like in theory you'd receive like $1,000 a month because you're alive and you're living in the country. Like in our country, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like the idea is that's paid for by ideally taxing the absolute fuck out of ultra wealthy people. Like your Bill Gateses and your Elon Musks and like your fucking Jeff Bezoses. Because you can tax the shit out of them and they will still have more money than they will ever spend in their entire life.
But how do they get that money?
Well, so socialism is you still like well, ideally like full on socialism would be different. It would just be people like people doing things to help other people and being helped in return.
That makes sense.
But like that's unfortunately not exactly tenable.
Like attainable, you can't get that because
like, humans are selfish.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see that.
Like in an ideal social world, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would grow tomatoes, like, and I wouldn't sell you my tomatoes. I would keep tomatoes to feed my family, and I would give tomatoes to you. You would, in theory, like, say, grow wheat, right? But you wouldn't sell your wheat. You'd use it to make bread for your family, and you'd also use that to provide wheat for, you know, myself and other people in the community. And it's people just doing things and helping each other with no like monetary reward. It's just like I do a thing, you do a thing, we all live better.
Yeah.
But like humans are not capable of that. They really not. But like so in like a social democracy, the idea is like you can have like a socialistic capitalism in the sense that like people are allowed to, you know, make money, but obviously you want to have like rules and laws that they like can't abuse their workers, they can't like put profit ahead of people, stuff like that, you know, like pay everybody a fair wage. Like instead of like say like we work for Jeff Bezos, right? Jeff Bezos' power washing company, right? When we do a job, he makes like they pay us $1,000, right? Like they pay the company $1,000. Jeff Bezos pays each of us $100, and that leaves $800 for him, right?
Yeah.
However, if they make $1,000 and they pay, you know, you and I, like $300, right, a piece, and then Bezos gets to keep $400 for himself. Like that's much more reasonable, and it's still profit, right?
It's still profit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see
but
that.
they're not going to do that because instead of making enough money, they want to make all of the money. One sec.
And that's the.
One sec. Yeah, I'm using mouse
Yeah,
and
yeah.
keyboard. Food, water, internet, phone, health, medical, and living quarters is guaranteed for everybody. Like that's the other thing is yeah. So like in a socialism economy, like you are guaranteed housing, you're guaranteed the necessities to live. Like you don't have to worry about going homeless or starving or things like that. You know.
So it's like because everyone gets something equal. Is that because that's what it seems to be,
Yeah,
right? Like some
basically,
sort of,
everyone
like,
gets something equal. No one
Based
is,
on-
no one based on the idea that like no one deserves to go hungry or deserves to be homeless.
Right. That's something that we don't want as homeless people. We don't want everyone to be clothed
Yeah,
and fed
yeah.
and shelter.
Exactly, but in a capitalistic society, that all depends on having money. Like, and people are so loath to spend their money to help other people. And like for instance, like with universal basic income, right? Like you and I would also receive this universal basic income, but we'd be taxing ideally people who can afford to have their taxes incredibly high. Like we're not going to tax the shit out of someone who makes $40,000 a year so that we can all get $1,000 a month. You know, this doesn't make sense. However, we could absolutely tax someone who makes, you know, $1 billion a year. We could tax the crap out of them and they would still have enough money to run their company and live more comfortably than anyone else for the rest of their lives. And other people would then have like guaranteed money. So like here's an example, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
The job I work for, without going into it, is the only reason I
Yeah.
stay there is because it's the type of work that I want to do. And as
Yep.
far as, you know, in a capitalist society, and it pays the bills. But if I got $1,000 a month for like as like a stipend from the government, I would not have the job that I'm having. I would get a different job. I would get a job that I actually don't, like, on a moral level, hate every day. Because I wouldn't need to take the super ethically horrible job
Sure.
to live.
You want like in most people they want a job that they
Most like
and-
an
and
example is like say you have like a college degree but you can't get a job in your field that pays enough for you to live, so you take a different job you don't like that pays more, right?
Yeah.
Well, imagine you have an extra $1,000 a month just guaranteed. You'd probably take the job you actually went to school for that you enjoy that pays less because you don't need all of that other money. I mean, other people might choose to still keep a shitty job that pays a lot of money, but then they just have extra money. But what it comes down
Makes
to is
sense.
like people like Jeff Bezos and people who like have more money than like their entire family lineage will ever spend. Like, they don't need that. Like, I'm sorry, you don't need $1 billion.
I think with that it's like it's their money, they can do what they want. That they got to that position based on, is it capitalism, right?
Well, yeah, basically
That's
capitalism, but here's the thing:
yeah,
is there's
that's-
no ethical
yeah.
way to be a billionaire, though.
There's no ethical way?
You don't have $1 billion and are also like a good person. Like,
Man, yeah, that's probably why I'm not a billionaire.
well, like look at like, I'm sure you've seen like the news stories of like the horrible working conditions and pay for people who work for Amazon.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Like, Bezos could afford to actually pay his workers properly and still have a shit ton of money. And here's the thing, is as a society, like, he could afford to pay higher taxes so that we as a country could, you know, as a people, live better lives. Like, those taxes go to support, as of right now, they go to support, like, you know, roads and construction and infrastructure and like government
Which is pretty
programs
nice.
and like government programs like Social Security, stuff like that. And like, you don't get to be making $1 billion without like being a shitty person. you know.
Oh, man, that
Like
sucks. I don't want to be a
you
poopy
can
person.
get lucky and like become a millionaire like with like $1 million idea, right?
Yeah.
Like, or you can win the lottery, but like you don't just become a billionaire. Look at Facebook, right? Like that started as a social media social media company that like was for some college kids, and now Mark Zuckerberg is one of the most richest people on the planet, but his website is responsible for some of like the most horrendous shit that's ever happened.
Like
Because of
bots
the
and stuff, or
because,
what?
no, because of like the online radicalization, the hate groups that are allowed to foster on his website. Like a ton of the January 6th attack on the Capitol was planned on places like Facebook. Like there have been genocides that have happened in countries because of misinformation on Facebook that Mark Zuckerberg and his company don't want to do anything about because they don't want to scare off like potential advertisers and maybe don't want to make like $1 billion less out of their like $80 billion a year. Like you see what I mean? Like when it comes to like capitalism, like you can maybe make a few $1 million and be like, you know, get lucky, be an ethical person, but like to make billions of dollars, like you just can't do that ethically. And then to like, a good example is like Jeff Bezos, right? He could him or Elon Musk could like single-handedly end the concept of like world hunger and still have more money than they know what to do with. But they don't.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but they don't.
Why do you think they do that?
Because capitalism, and they just want to have all the money. And they're not good people.
Money only does so much, so I don't get. There's got to be a different reason. I wouldn't know it since I'm not there.
Part of it is also people like that. Like they just want to be rich. They want to have the money, even if they could never spend it. They want because it can also there's power. Like money is also power, and they want that power. And so like, it's just it's complicated.
Yeah, it is. It is quite complicated. I didn't. Whew.
Let's see here. Hold on. 1 second. I want to catch up on chat here.
Yeah,
Also,
go for
it's cheaper to give unhoused people houses than to leave them unhoused. That is the other thing.
Yeah.
It is cheaper to put people in houses that like the government is paying for than it is for all of the things required to help them stay alive but unhoused. But we don't.
And it is the idea that this like equality of socialism would help provide homes and solve that. Is that
there are more
theory,
like here's
or?
like so let me catch up on chat and I'll adjust that in a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Also, there is no ethical way to become a billionaire. Yep. Like there are some math where it takes centuries to get $1 billion of money, like ethically. Yeah. Oh, Twitch heard you talking about Bezos and rolled an ad. That's funny. I didn't know the power we were simulating washing was the capitalist power structure. Also, hello, Dina. Also, if we remember correctly, most of the billionaires haven't inherited their wealth as well. That's the other thing, is like generational wealth. Like, so you know how like everyone's all like sucking Musk's dick years ago about he's like this, you know, huge innovator and he came from like, you know, poor background and he's an entrepreneur, stuff like that, you know? His dad owns a sapphire mine in South Africa.
That's cool.
He benefited from apartheid South Africa.
What is that? Oh, part of South Africa?
No, apartheid. It was basically the apartheid is hard to explain other than that incredible systemic racism against non-white people.
Huh.
Oh yeah, like it was bad. Like Elon Musk was not some poor entrepreneur boy. Like he carried around raw gemstones in his pocket. Like and all the things he's quote unquote invented, he did not invent. He bought Tesla. He bought the Tesla company. And like his claim to fame is just owning Tesla. He didn't invent it. He doesn't do shit with it.
Well, I
Like-
do kind of blame the media for that misinterpretation. I don't know.
Well,
for that.
the media is part of it for sure, but it's also just
yeah.
it's also just the legacy that he sells people is like this rags to riches story. And it's like, no, dude, like you're fucking rich. Your whole family's been rich your whole life. Like Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates, like he had such a leg up with like how he got to be as rich as he is. Like he had so many advantages because his family was well off.
But it's got to come from somewhere, because, like, I mean, were they always well off? Was it like always like a blood related thing that just because?
Well,
it had to
I
come
mean,
from somewhere, like a seed,
I mean,
right?
like, you
So,
don't
like, what happened
exact.
there?
Well, like, when it comes to like Bill Gates, like, yeah, his family is just like wealth over the centuries, like just over the years accumulating wealth. Like one of the ways people accumulate wealth nowadays is like owning a house, right? Like you own a house, you get equity in a house that can like help with like your overall like monetary situation because you can, you know, you can mortgage out your house, it's worth more, you can have more access to cash flow, stuff like that. Like it's just a whole deal about like silver spoon their whole life. Like they didn't work for this shit, you know? And like
somebody did.
Even if you did work for that your whole life, like again, you have so much money that you could never spend it in like hundreds of lifetimes. You can maybe afford to pay taxes, because that's the other thing. A lot of these like rich people, it's not that they don't pay a lot of taxes. A lot of them don't pay taxes at all.
Yeah, I've heard stories like that. Like there's I don't know if
so
it's
many
true.
like, oh no, it's very true. Like there's so many loopholes for like and ways to get out of paying taxes. And plus, depending on how rich you are, the IRS won't even go after you because it costs them more money than it's worth to try to get you to pay your taxes as a rich person.
Yeah. And it's kind of it kind of like echoes, because like I started this business that I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
And I get like tax deducts because, hey, I pay this and I get it's for my business. I get tax deduction, and I think that's like a superficial beginnings to like making the money work for you kind of thing. Like, oh, you get tax deducts on gas, or you get tax deducts on buying video games, or whatever. That's what at least what it seems like, because you're
you can
video
like,
games
if you're if you're streaming, you can like claim. But the thing is like I would need to spend so much money on video games a year and make so much money streaming,
like the output of it, input of it,
to like make claiming it on my taxes worth it. Like I still have to report my my Twitch income, which isn't a whole lot of money. But like I don't make enough on Twitch that like writing things off is even helpful.
Oh, I see. But that's the hope, at least under this capitalism rule, that I don't know if that's your goal is like leave your day job and just stream or something.
No, I mean if I could, that'd be cool, but like that's not my goal.
Yeah.
Because it's also not like an attainable goal.
It's not attainable? Who says it's not attainable?
Becoming like a rich streamer is so much about like being in the right time at the right place with the right game.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
that's one way. Yeah.
But yeah, basically what it amounts to is that like capitalism, in the end, capitalism is just, it is money at the expense of people.
Money at the expense of people.
Of people. Like a good example is like, say you've got a landlord, right? They own a bunch of properties that, like, if someone had bought the property, the mortgage potentially would be a lot cheaper than the rent that they are charging. But because the landlord owns it, instead of letting someone, you know, who actually, you know, needs that to live, then the landlord can charge whatever they want. Like housing is a right. Housing, you should never be homeless.
Right.
Like you should never be unhoused. Like there are houses that sit empty for years that don't
Yeah.
sell, and literally you could just put someone in that house
Mm-hmm.
and you would still like it would be better than just leaving it sit, you know, unhoused. And like a good example would be like Steve was saying, where we as a society spend more keeping unhoused people able to live unhoused
Mm-hmm.
than if we just paid for them to live in one of these empty houses that no one's gonna buy.
Here's something that came to mind. Like with the landlord thing, that kind of analogy or actual event. What is it's a two-way kind of like contract, so you kind of agree to that, right? Or the person agrees to like live in this household at this much or whatever it is for this kind of money. So if no one agrees to it, then he's going to have to change, or she or he has to change the price of the apartments or whatever.
Except
to
here's the thing:
Yeah.
is you need a place to live,
Yeah.
which means if you can afford it, you're gonna take it. And here's the thing: is like
Yeah.
for the most part, someone can always afford something. But here's
Right.
the thing: is you know, you could make a little bit of money while charging a reasonable rent, or that like almost anybody could pay, or you could make a shit ton of money by charging the kind of rent that only a handful of people can pay. And you're willing and able to just let that sit empty until you find someone who's able to pay your absurd, unrealistic price.
Because people are out there that would make that kind of decision to go absurd.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
there's people that don't. So like,
And
that's
so-
that like a crook, what do you call it? A corrupt business model. Then in a way,
more or less. I mean, just landlords are fucking terrible to begin with. Like, you don't need to. You don't. Like, your job as a landlord is literally just owning property.
yeah,
Like, you're responsible for making sure, like, you know, shit gets replaced if it's damaged and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that involves you spending the money you're making, keeping, you know, being a landlord, to hire like a plumber or hire a contractor, stuff like that. Like you, the landlord, are not physically going into your tenant's house and like fixing their sink, right?
right.
Like all a landlord does as a job is own property,
yeah,
and that's absurd.
that's their
like
business.
that's absolutely absurd.
Would that be equal to like, hey, I know McDonald's is a good idea, but let's say I am part of that food chain. I give food, so people want to spend like $1 or $2 on a sandwich. Then I make it $5. Then I'm like, I'm gonna go to Wendy's instead, or something like that, right?
I mean, well, that's not exactly a perfect analogy, and I'll catch up in chat here in just a second again. But like, it's not a perfect analogy, but it's more like the difference between like McDonald's and like housing. It's like, you're right. You could always just go to a Wendy's, right?
Right.
But like, you can't always just go find another place to live.
Right. At that fits your environment, that may be close
that fits your environment, that fits your ability to pay for it. Like, so like the rent that I pay here, right? I lucked out on the rent that I pay.
Yeah.
Like, I
That's good.
pay $1,092 a month for rent, and that doesn't count.
nice.
That doesn't count my like utilities or anything like that. That was I just got my first utility bill. That's like for like the water, trash, and sewer. That's like $75. My power utility is like $90. Like, but so like for me, like my actual like rent for utilities and power and rent this month is like $1,200. And so like that is an entire paycheck for me.
Yep.
But here's the thing: is like I couldn't really like I couldn't live in a studio unless I absolutely had to, because that's just not enough space.
Yeah, definitely not.
You know, and so like, do I want to live in the city that I'm living in? No. But is it the only city I could afford to live in at this point? Yes. And so like the thing about landlording is, again, it's like, it's not a job. Your job is owning property. And now, like, in an apartment complex, it gets a little, more complicated because there's multiple units and things like that. But no one should, like, I'm of the firm mind that no one should own, like, more than one living space.
Sure, sure.
Like, nobody needs two houses.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean-
oftentimes, because you're trying to make a profit,
Yep.
you're going say you own like a home, right? And you're gonna rent that home out, and your mortgage is $800 a month, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what you would pay to just keep your house. Well, you want to make money, so you're gonna charge $1,500 or $1,600 to rent that house out.
Instead, yeah.
And
Because
so,
it gives you a profit.
yeah, now say there was someone who could have afforded to pay the mortgage on that home, but they can't afford to pay the rent. Well, you're just sitting on a house that someone could have lived in, and they
Yep.
can't.
Until another fish bites, if you would. Like
Yeah.
they want like a bigger fish. Okay,
Yeah, and so
okay.
like it's money at the expense of people, because you're leaving people who could live there, they could take care of the property, you just wouldn't be making a shit ton of money.
Yep.
And
that,
instead,
to
you're
me,
just
sounds-
like, nah.
To me, that does sound not like a job. It sounds like a business, which is kind of different from working a job. To me, anyways. Kind of like
mean,
if you're working for
yeah.
a job.
But like
Yeah.
your business is also still just owning property. Like you're owning
Yeah.
something that someone else could have lived in. And
Right,
instead
which-
you're like, I want to make money by ensuring that, this person who could have bought this house themselves and lived there can't.
Mm-hmm.
And this other person who can afford to pay like twice what it would have cost to buy it to rent it.
Mhm.
And,
I guess-
so I'm gonna own this property for like 10 years because I can't find
Right.
anybody who wants to pay the price that I wanted to pay, but I'm not willing to go any lower.
Mhm.
And so that's a house
And-
that someone could have lived in that is instead sitting empty for 10 years.
So that sounds like the government needs to regulate that a little bit
Oh,
better. Is that
fucking
correct then?
Well, the government can't really regulate it because it's a private business. Like,
Sure.
that's
Oh,
the
private
problem.
business, yeah.
Like, that's the problem. Is it's a business. It can't be regulated that much like that.
But we live in USA. It should be like some sort of.
We live
I don't know.
in like the capitalistic despot country of the world. Like, it's been like a good like look at the EPA, like the thing that's supposed to protect us from like Environmental Protection Agency, like people who are supposed to make sure we don't destroy the environment by like
Yeah.
polluting it, right?
Right,
Companies
right.
would rather pollute the environment because it saves them a buck than spend a little extra money to make sure that, like, I don't know, lead doesn't get in our drinking water.
Yeah, let's not do that, please.
Well, I mean, they're in the process of dismantling the EPA, so it is what it is.
Oh, there you go then.
But
Go
no,
ahead and
check-
look at your chatty thing.
Yeah, I'm
go
gonna check
ahead.
out the chat here. Old oil barons from a long time ago. Yeah. Did you get the rod extensions? No, I haven't bought anything yet. If we remember correctly, one of them is free. I'll check it out. If we understand correctly, landlords hold houses ransom. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Landlords hold houses for ransom.
Well, no.
I'll afford you in the city as soon as I figure out what I meant by that. That's funny. Heck, we just realized that we said top left when we meant top right when talking about where the shop icon is. Okay, I'll check it out in a second. Also points at Airbnb and other stuff like that. That doesn't help with things either. No, it doesn't. Airbnb doesn't help either.
Dang.
Congrats on 2 years on... Oh yeah, time flies, Dave. It really does. It, like, flies a shit ton. But, like, yeah, so, like, on the topic of, like, the whole landlord thing, because it's an interesting discussion. Like, ideally, instead of spending money on, like, government programs that keep unhoused people able to live unhoused, you spend that money and take all these properties that are left vacant because no one can afford to buy them. That's the other thing, is a lot of times, like, in an area, there'll be houses that, like, most people cannot afford to buy.
Right.
And they'll just sit empty for years and years and years. And instead, you
And-
just do programs to put people there. But,
Right.
but then the problem is you have people, like, have such a bias against unhoused people. Like, when you try to put, like, low-income housing in an area, like apartments and stuff like that, or Section 8 housing, which is, for people, that are lower income, a lot of people, usually middle class white people, get real upset about that because they don't want the poors in their neighborhood, especially because the poors usually are, at least in their eyes, not it's not the 100% truth, but usually in their eyes it's, you know, non-white people.
Or people that are kind of turned to drugs or something.
Well, not
Like,
that's they assume, like, here's the other thing is people they
Like
assume
the worst
that
part about poor people.
they assume that a lot of poor people are like drug addicts. But here's the thing about being a drug addict, like that's someone that needs help. They don't need to be ostracized from society.
Right.
And
That's their
so-
way to cope with it. They need to
and
need
then
help.
there's like addiction and stuff like that. Like there's proven like addiction like shouldn't be criminalized. Like one of the things that people get on about is like needle exchanges, right? Which is where people who do illicit drugs can go to get clean needles and syringes so that they can do their drugs without, you know, like minimal risk and under like kind of under supervision. Like they don't provide them drugs there. It's like you bring your own drugs. But like,
But it's one way to, like-
it's been proven that people who like frequent needle exchange centers have a higher chance of actually getting off of the drugs they are addicted to
Yeah.
because they are
That makes
not,
sense.
they're not just, you know, being criminalized, thrown in jail, stuff like that. Like there's access to like treatment programs, things like that.
Yeah.
But instead we're going to like criminalize it. The other thing is like there's this idea that does go back to a lot of Southern Christianity sects that like poor people are poor because they deserve to be poor because God doesn't love them or they did something wrong. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of like the prosperity. I don't know if you ever heard of like the prosperity gospel.
No, I haven't. That's
The
new to
prosperity
me.
gospel
What
is
that?
an idea, usually in a lot of like Southern Baptist churches and things like that, but it kind of goes a lot of other ways. But the prosperity gospel is the idea that if God that if God loves you, you will be prosperous, and which means if you're poor, clearly you did something to offend God, basically, or your faith isn't strong enough, and therefore you
Yeah.
deserve to be poor.
I'd like to make a correction with this saying with that notion. Prosper actually means to have God with you, not because of what the riches of the world.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It means
I'm
literally.
I'm
Yeah,
well aware, but the prosperity gospel is a legitimate belief in a lot of Christian sects, especially in America, that like if God loves you and your faith is strong enough, God will bless you, and if you are poor, that means your faith isn't strong enough, and God has an issue with you, basically. And so like the idea is like
it's kind of poor.
like, well, clearly you did something wrong, and so we're not going to help you. It's like the idea of like some people get so uppity about like paying, say, like property taxes that go to fund a school, and like, well, I don't have kids. I don't have kids that are going to be going to that school. I shouldn't pay taxes to help that school. And it's like you pay a little bit of taxes to help a school to help kids. Like what is wrong with that? Like just because it does. That's the other thing. Is a lot of people have this idea like if it doesn't benefit them directly, why should they care?
That's pretty self-centered, if you tell me, man. That's not really helpful to society or anything.
No, but like that's capitalism.
Oh, man, I have to look more into this stuff because, like, I'm entering this field of like working my own job and stuff, you know.
Well, the thing
which
is,
I guess is
Ben,
a
you're
form of
working your
capitalism.
own job to pay your bills, but you're not a landlord. You like people come to you for a skill that you have that you're able to use.
Yeah, yeah.
Owning a house, for instance, just take landlord. Now, owning a house isn't a skill. Like owning property is not a skill.
Right.
You know.
Owning property is interesting.
Like,
That whole concept
it's crazy when you think about it. Like, someone is like, I have a nice house that I can live in, but I also own this other house that I'm stopping like 50% of the people in the area from being able to afford simply because I own it and I want to make money from renting it to other people. Like, that's fucked up. like the concept
if
of
they
landlording
agree
is
to it.
absolutely fucked up.
Yeah, and the thing is, they continue it because people agree with it.
Well, it's because people don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You need a place to live.
Or more so, they feel like they don't have a choice, so they make this choice.
Well, the thing is,
Because, like, honestly,
the thing is like, say say I don't have a car,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
That means say I don't have a car and I don't have a job that I can work from home, which means I have to live somewhere with transportation or public transportation that would get me to my job, which limits where I can live, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Well, then based on that, then it has to look at, okay, well, this is where I can this is where I have to live to have this job,
Yeah.
but I can't afford it because this job doesn't pay enough. Well, you can't just go out and get a different job to then find a better place to live. Like, it's hard to
Because
find a
that'd be
job.
crazy. Because that'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
Like,
Well,
exactly.
you-
So like, and
That's
so
the
like that's the
thing.
thing. And so like, the landlords do hold housing ransom because like, I can't just say there's a place that's like 30 miles away from my job and there's no public transit, but I can absolutely afford to live there. I can't because I need to have things to be able to get to my job and stuff like that. So like you don't just have an option of like going somewhere else necessarily. And so that's kind of like
Yeah.
how it goes,
Oh, good for me then, because it's gonna be nuts, but I like living crazy, and it is crazy.
Well, the other thing is like you're an artist. Like an artist
Oh my
is a
goodness.
lot different than like a landlord.
It's like a luxury thing, right? That's the
Well, yeah.
difference. It's like
Yeah,
my stuff is luxury, their stuff
Yeah.
is like a need shelter, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't like I don't need to commission you to make some music for my stream.
Right.
I need a place to live.
Right. And it's gonna be an interesting time. Let's say capitalism, like, would luxury stuff even be needed, or not? Sorry, not needed. Would luxury stuff even be like desired?
Well,
Still?
well, here's the
How's
thing:
that
as I'm sure you're aware, being an artist and a creator doesn't exactly pay much sometimes.
Right, yeah.
But imagine the kinds of things you could do as a creative person for yourself or others if you didn't have to worry about how little your creativity paid for you. Like, imagine if you didn't have to worry about, like, say you've got two commissions, right? One you really want to do, you're super excited about, but like it's gonna pay you almost nothing. And you've got
Yep.
another commission that you really don't want to do, but it's gonna pay you a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna do the thing you don't want to do because it pays you money.
Oh, not me. I literally make it in my statement, because I can't think straight because I'm always thinking about the thing I want to do, right?
Well, and
So I
you're
don't-
probably also in a position where you can at least kind of pick and choose to like.
I'm gonna be honest. What delegates the position for me? Well, like what makes it different?
like I imagine that if you choose the slightly less like the less paying commission, you're not going to immediately be on the street with your family.
Be on the what? Oh yeah.
So that's
Yeah, it doesn't
what I mean,
seem that way.
Like that,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like when you have a bit of a luxury to pick and choose. Like
I see.
your
I see,
choice
I see.
is like you can choose to take the slightly less paying job because you're not going to immediately be on the street and be in financial like problems.
That's it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
know? But so like, but
It's
if you
getting
didn't
close.
have to, but like if you didn't have to worry about that, right?
Right.
If you didn't have to worry about that, then you could just do whatever you wanted. Like, there would still be a need for like luxury items like that, but like
True.
you would have there are so many people that could be creative if they had they were in a position where they didn't need to worry about money. Like my brother, if my brother didn't have to worry about how to pay the bills, he's an artist. He's a very good artist, but selling art is very hard, especially when he's not a digital artist. He's a physical artist. He does drawings,
traditional?
painting, traditional painting.
Oh, that's cool.
He does like media, but it's all physical artwork. It's all traditional, like pen, paper, canvas, paint, stuff like that. That's his bread and butter for art. And that is an incredibly hard market to make
Right.
money in.
Oh
So
yeah.
and so instead to make
Tough.
he has to do a lot of other things that are not artwork just to live.
That makes
But
sense.
that's the thing is people are always gonna create things. Like
Yeah, I
if
hope-
capitalism went away, Ben, and you didn't need to worry about paying money, you'd still make things for people.
Oh yeah, I'd make stuff for people, and I wouldn't need to make it for money at that point because I'm already taken care of, right?
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
Yeah, the idea is you wouldn't need the money. Like you still want to you'd still probably make the thing because if someone's like, hey, you're capable of making this thing. You know, do you want to do this? Is this a cool idea? And like as a creative, like in theory, like if you're not working on your own project at the time for yourself, you're like, yeah, no, that's cool. Let's make that. You know, like me I love photography, right? Like I love photography. I'm very good at it. But like I don't do a lot of paid gigs anymore. It's just been a while. But like, say I was consistently doing paid photography, I'd still do the I'd still do the photography even if I didn't need the money, because I like doing it, and because I wouldn't have to worry about like. That's the thing is like I would have the time. Like that's also why a lot of people do. You know, that's why you get paid, is because you're getting paid for your time that you could have spent doing something else to make you money. But if you don't have to worry about money at all, your time is entirely how you decide to spend it.
And what causes us to be worried about money, even now in this capitalism-like society?
Because you need money to live, you need money to eat, you need money for literally everything. And that's because people decided a long ass time ago that money is what you need.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's a crash course. That's like a crash course in like anti-capitalism. Like that's like fuck it, man. It's.
I see. I still need more information. I need links. I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah,
I mean, I can send you some material, but like the thing is like ultimately, like what it boils down to is people, you know, shouldn't have to go hungry. They shouldn't have to go without shelter, and. At least when it comes to like people, like a lot of times when it comes to, like, especially wealthy people, like they're not going to choose to do that on their own. So you need to make laws that force them to pay their taxes. Like, I'm not even saying like necessarily. Again, I do think they should tax them out the ass. Like Bezos makes like $80 billion a year or whatever. Tax him $1 billion of that a year. That's still more money than he will ever need.
Right.
And
that's still under the capitalism mentality. That whole tax thing, right?
Well, yes, but taxes are more socialistic than capitalistic, because when you pay taxes, like when you pay the government taxes, that in turn goes to like government programs like Social Security, welfare.
Or at least we hope so.
Well, it should.
Right?
I mean, a lot of it goes to the military, and it really shouldn't. But
yeah.
But that's a whole other. That's a whole other.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Who makes those calls is the people we elect. But a lot of the people that we elect, you know, take money from like lobbies who don't want them to do those regulations. Like there's like a whole lifetime's worth of information that I do not have the time to dump on you, but like to put it in like just mild like understanding is that like there are people who, because money is such an important factor in life, there are people who will prioritize money over people. Yeah. And when it comes to making laws, they will spend money to get politicians elected that will, you know, make laws and stuff in their favor.
Right.
And because you need money to get elected, because, you know, you need to spend ads and all that kind of stuff and get your name out there and, you know, all that kind of stuff. If you don't have money, you don't get elected. So this power company is going to be like, hey, you, Ben, we're gonna pay you all this money so you can get your name out there, and if you get elected, you're gonna make sure that they don't pass laws that say, you know, we have to spend X amount of money a year cleaning up our potential hazardous waste. Because we want to make more money, and cleaning it up is going to cost us money.
Then I disagree with that, right?
Yes, but I'm saying like that's how the political system works, though. Is like people are like, yeah, we will just literally like we'll help you get elected, and in turn, you know, we will make sure you're gonna, you know, do this thing for us. Now, the reason people don't just like get elected and then not do the thing that their supporters want them to do is because then they're just not going to keep their job next election. If anything, they'll find someone else who will do what they want, and they'll run them against you, and then you're not in office anymore. And so people want to stay. People want to stay in office because politicians make a decent amount of money, but they also have an opportunity. But because of how lobbying works, like they have an opportunity to make more money by being. It's complicated. Is the best way to put it.
Yeah,
It's very complicated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up on chat here again. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Let's see here. Most jobs nowadays need a home address, email, cell phone number, and such. That's also true. Like, it's very hard as an unhoused person to maintain a job. Let's see here. You shouldn't pay taxes to fund that school. Okay, here's your 1/100th of a penny back. Yeah. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism, and we heard a second part to that there is no ethical employment under capitalism. In a sense, you're going into a job of needing money regardless, and so you're going into a job interview at a disadvantage, uneven playing field. That is also true, because you, more often than not, when it comes to jobs, you need that job more than they need you.
Yep. Because they can fill that spot. That sounds right.
There's also the thing about how capitalism cannot be separated from fascism, but we don't quite know that part too well. I mean, I wouldn't say that capitalism is necessarily inseparable from fascism, but I will say that, like, they kind of tend to go hand in hand.
What is fascism? This is a new word.
You know what Nazi Germany was?
Kind of a bad thing, yeah.
Fascism.
I don't know too much. Yeah, that's fascism?
Yes.
So wait, so capitalism led to Nazi?
I mean, yes and no. It's complicated. It is like.
Oh, I need like a history book or something. I need to know.
Do you like podcasts, Ben?
I like YouTube videos more. I guess they're kind of like video podcasts, but I could do it while I'm like dishwashing or something.
All right. Well, when we're done today, I will send you a link to a few podcasts.
All right, sweet. Thank you. I do like information.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of information, we've got about 20-ish minutes left.
Whoa, will we get this done in 20 minutes?
Oh, absolutely not.
We can't leave a job unfinished. That's not the way. Segi would not be proud about that decision.
I mean, we can try.
Yeah. Come on. I don't know how to make this water run faster. This infinite water supply. Post done. Okay. Maybe the grace system will be upon us because like you're only gonna get like a little bit of it, and then it'll be like, hey, autocomplete, right? So maybe I just kind of go quicker. Hold on. Yeah. Not too perfect. Just.
Oh yeah, cool. You can totally customize stuff.
Is that the story? Or is that the store?
Okay, so the lore for this playground.
Oh, they have for each one. Okay.
Dirt Finder. I've got a frankly ridiculous situation on my hands. You see, some of the local children have been coming down with a curious and unsightly form of dermatitis, and a few fretful folk have been putting it down to the condition of the recreational facilities. It's all nonsense, of course, but if you could just humor them and give the whole thing a thorough hose down, that would be most grateful.
Oh no, the
And then
dirt.
then there's messages from the client. Is this the Drifter? Is this the Dirt Finder General? Got your details from a certain Harper Shaw. Is there an alleged dirt problem? There's an alleged dirt problem at the local playground. Did you hear that the mayor's cat Ulysses is missing? The whole town's on lookout for him in time for the festival. We won't have spring till he's put a hat on. Okay, that's like a Groundhog's Day thing, but cats. To be honest, if I had to wear that hat, I'd go missing. Doc gave your details to a colleague who needs a hand with her new place in the suburbs. It's the old Daith place. I hope you don't get spooked. That's a different job. So I wonder why they use that fancy pants shock-absorbing rubber compound for the playground flooring and not good old-fashioned creosote. Oh, that's funny. Also, we can pop in and, no, this is, I don't believe, I don't believe. I think co-op for career mode is only 2 players. Sees. I'm sorry, love.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to play some Power Wash with you sometime, Sees.
Beggy.
Yeah, this is a lot more involved of a level than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah, saving the boss for last. Honestly, like the reason why I started like the business stuff on my end is because like a lot of jobs I was working for were pretty crooked, right? I was like, man, why don't you guys just pay me on time? I don't like this, you know, like they give me these promises and like contracts and they don't live up to them. So like, you know what? I got enough money to start it up. Why don't we try it? Why don't we try making music? 2 years ago as well. 2 years ago as well.
Huh,
Just making music for people.
Congrats on 2 years of making music, my friend.
Thank you. It is clearly a work of God, like miracle. Not me making music, but like, I don't know how else to explain it. Luck, if you want to say luck, but like, I don't really believe in luck. No consequences here. No coincidences here. Always consequences. Just saying. Oh my goodness. How do you even do what you like for a living for that long?
Honestly, like I said, in my opinion, it is luck. It's
It is
it's the right time at the right place with the right people and the right connections.
Now, is luck consistent?
I mean, you have been to be fair, Ben, you have been a consistently lucky motherfucker as long as I've known you. So
Makes sense. I'm not the only one who noticed that. That's good. It is, to me, a God-given stuff. But I know you and I are different there. I'm just, it's
yeah, and I'll never knock that. You know, it's just,
yeah,
it's your
yeah.
beliefs.
And I won't knock you either. It's just like, man, it is good to work from home. I'm just saying that. I wish.
Oh yeah, I work from home as well. Like I'm lucky
Okay.
that my job lets me work from home.
Yeah. Oh, that is so fortunate. I mean, maybe like you could make for like photography, not like a living thing, but I don't know how often you still do photography since you like it so much. But like, when's the last time you did it?
A couple years ago. Like for a paid gig, a couple years ago. It just depends. Like it's the thing with photography is it's where you advertise, it's who you know. Like a lot of photography work, at least in my experience, comes from people that you know and then their word of mouth.
Yeah. So like marketing, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
In a way. Yeah. Yeah, that's a new thing I need to figure out myself a little bit.
Oh, it's been a good stream. Sees, I'm glad you have been enjoying it. It has been a good stream. Which reminds me,
it's been very insightful to me too.
Yeah. Like I said, Ben, I will absolutely send you some stuff. Probably later today.
Yes.
Stream ends, really want to see if Saf can parkour to the roof here. I can try. We got a few minutes.
Second witness. Oh. Hey, maybe can you jump on me to get up there?
Oh,
I was in the way.
No, it's all good. I'm stuck. Let's try this one more time. I'm gonna go up here.
we broke the $4,000 mark. Let's go.
There you go, Cease.
Nice, you did it.
All right, Ben. I'm gonna probably end it here so I can take about 10 minutes to get some lunch together and get
Yep.
stuff together for Casey.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I really loved it.
absolutely.
It was a joyous
It's-
time. And good
it's
catching
been-
up with you.
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely. I'll try to be less of a stranger. I'll try to hit you up more.
Yeah.
But you have a wonderful wonderful day. I'm gonna plug you on Twitter one more time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, everyone. Hope it was a good time.
Everybody, go check out Nanoir on Twitter. He makes custom music and music videos, mainly for a lot of VTubers. Fantastic person, great musician. Check them out.
Thank you, Sapphire. Really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. It means a lot.
All right. Well, I'm gonna boot you from the Discord and get
Yep.
rid of and you have a well, not from the stream, not from like the not from the like Discord, but from the lobby. So you have a good day.
Right. You too. Bye,
Yeah,
everyone.
thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Yep.
All right, everybody. So we are gonna take a quick bit of an intermission here in just a second, so that I can get everything all taken care of to get stuff set up for Casey. Also, please consider if you are enjoying yourself. The music was mine. I was playing through Spotify. Please, if you're enjoying yourself, please consider supporting the stream either through a Twitch sub, or I do have a Patreon with tiers both below, at, and above a Twitch sub. But if you're enjoying yourself and would like to help support a wonderful fox, please consider supporting the channel and paying for the content. I really appreciate it. We're gonna go on intermission here quick so I can get some stuff set up for Casey and make some lunch. So we'll be back in hopefully about 10-ish minutes. I'm gonna throw on some music and we'll be good to go.